Anybody remember? Time won't give me time, and time makes lovers feel like they got something real. That was my joint right there. Hope everybody's having a fantastic AM just like I am. Let me see if you guys can see me up in this screen here. Make sure that we got some audio going. Hope everybody's good. Let me go ahead and check in on my monitors back here to make sure that we're good. Open up this screen a little bit. It's time, you guys. It's our bottom line. Fam is up in the building. Everybody's good. I'm hoping that everybody's healthy as usual. And you know what I'm gonna just be happy about? First of all, we got to be happy that he's given us another day to come here and be together. That's the first thing I want to thank God for, another day. First thing I always have to do in the morning, because anything else is a plus, even the hard stuff, you guys. And you know what we got to do? We got to thank G95 for always showing love and respect. Also, my brother Sam Champion. Thank you so much for making sure that we good in the reserves for our fosters, as well as our no-kill shelters. That's right, you guys, because we definitely donate. Time for me to get over there and do some walking, I tell you that. Got to get out there and walk some dogs. But first of all, what we're going to do right now, while we got a little bit of time, I want to get some prayers in the air for the people here. Want to pray for love, happiness, respect, honor. Also want to pray for good health. And you know what we got to do? We want to pray for everybody that, comes against us, but we still want to make sure that we still got some love for them. Can't be like that, you guys. So let's get those prayers in the air for VG, Liberty and Justice, Miss Swans of Winter Rising, Jeffrey Spilker. Also got to make sure that Liberty and Justice is up in there too with Batty Lynn. Thank you so much, Mark Dorfman, 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy in the house, Jordan Dowdy, Luigi, Takana. Okay, there you go. I hope I said that right. Jeffrey Spilker, also 420, John Patrick, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about you and Luigi. Got to get G95 in there. And thank you so much, G95. Thank you for the inspiration. Winter Rising also. Can't forget about Angels Among Us, Sam Champion. Can't forget about, let's see, Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. Also, can't forget about Teddy. That's right, you guys. Can't forget about our brother Teddy. Where Miss Swans at? Thank you so much too, Miss. Also, Batty Lynn and Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. Can't forget about you, my love. You know we're not going to forget about you. Let's keep moving. Who else we got to get up in the building? Jeffrey Spilker, Jordan Dowdy. Okay, Dirty Dog. That's you too. And guess what? Pray for me too, Lord, and pray for this to be a good show, because we got a lot to show and a lot to educate with. And this should be a good one. Oh, can't forget about Casey Ramos. Amen. Let's get it going, you guys. Now it's about time. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Ha ha. And we wind it up. Mm, mm, mm. Wind it up. Mm, mm, mm. Wind it up. I said it's 6 o'clock somewhere. It should be 6 o'clock here, but guess what? Come on, start the show. We ready to go? Come on. It's time to start the show. You ready? Come on, let's go. I know it's 6 o'clock. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I'm gonna do it by myself then. Okay, there you go. Olay. Don't play. That's right, you guys. And it's a warm day out there. And you know, we got to hit that sunriser. Got to open up them pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those. If. It's Wednesday the 27th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Always gets me lit. Ooh, I gotta let y'all hear the official song. Y'all gonna actually like it when it come up. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Who's that right there getting ready for work? Bust the move 100. Don't worry about it. Just turn the volume up so we can make sure that you guys can hear us. And again, thank you so much for all the early support before we even started. G95, also Sam Champion. You guys, y'all fam for real. But guess what? You know what I gotta do, right? I gotta deliver on the topics and what I do every day. So you know what I'm gonna do right now? Not even gonna waste any time. You guys ready? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm gonna ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Also, let me know what time it is. It's not 6 o'clock everywhere. I love to see those flags waving in the air too. It lets me know where to go search for new content. We go everywhere. You guys know the spiel. Also, let's stay on topic today. This way, the content and the dialogue can float and it'll be even better. When we stay on topic and on topic, it's a really good show because we have such a good dialogue like we did yesterday, you guys. If you were here yesterday, we float on. We had a really good show yesterday, day before also. And guess what, you guys? We have a phenomenal health and wellness selection for you guys today. I promise you, not even what you think it was going to be. I promise you, we got a good one for you today. All I can say is this. It's going to be pretty tasty. Something that you can make at home, and you're going to want to make it as soon as you figure out this recipe. So guess what, you guys, without any further ado, you know what else I'm going to say? Let's get into these titles. That's right, you guys. What do we have here? We've got Trump. Why is the United States fired on Iran? They're saying that it was in self-defense while negotiations are going on. That's why you could never say that WAR is never over, you guys, because you never know when something's going to happen. Let's keep on moving forward because we got more on this topic as well. We got the third incident at the White House in 2 months. Should it be of concern? You guys are noticing this, right? It's actually the third 1, 2, 3. If you need me to break it down, I will. First, there was someone that tried to come onto the White House lawn. They got that person, arrested him with a weapon. Second person was the one who tried to do the pow at the correspondence meeting. Yes. And the third one was the one right now who actually got pow and sent back to Jesus. That was the third one right there. So that's 3 in the last 2 months. If you guys are not doing the count, we are. Let's keep on moving forward because now the president has a lot to say about that. A lot. Let's keep on moving forward because last but not least, we got the President Trump even get his ballroom and Lincoln Pool project completed. You know why I'm asking that question? It seems to be some sort of defense that's going to be going on in that ballroom. Maybe that's going to be the new hideout room or something like that. But the way that they're pushing this thing makes it seem as if the ballroom has to be fixed in order for the president to be safe. I don't know about all the other rooms in the White House, but okay. Anyway, long story short, it's your boy Boogotti NYC. This is our bottom line. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic hump day. It's Wednesday, you guys. So you know what I'm going to say, right? You know what I'm going to say. Get your water, get your tea, and get your 55 coffee house. That's right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. It's time to get into it. It's our bottom line. You guys not even going to hold up any longer. Let's get this audio going. We're going to break into a few different things that happened overnight. We got some stuff to talk about with Iran, a lot to talk about with Iran. So let's float through that stuff and then build on it. And then I'll get right back to you. 5 at a time, you guys. I got 5 on it. And then I'll be back. For real this time. For real, for real. So Iran negotiations on the edge this morning after the United States conducted self-defense strikes near the Strait of Hormuz Monday. And Iran's supreme leader is calling for an end to U.S. military bases in the Gulf region, saying, quote, the hands of time will not turn back. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Hughes joining us now live from Tel Aviv with the very latest. Good morning, Trey. Good morning.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Overnight, the United States conducted airstrikes against southern Iran near the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM says these strikes were defensive in nature and went after mine-laying vessels along with a surface-to-air missile position. These were the first U.S. strikes that have targeted Iran since early May. A spokesperson for Iran's armed forces said any new aggression will be met with a far more severe response. The strikes come amid the backdrop of ongoing diplomatic efforts to reach an agreement between Iran and the United States. Overnight, President Trump laid out a condition that he has, saying on Truth Social, the enriched uranium nuclear dust will either be immediately turned over to the United States to be brought home and destroyed, or preferably in conjunction and coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place or at another acceptable location, with the Atomic Energy Commission or its equivalent being witness to this process and event.
So he will allow it to be brought back to the United States to be dealt with or dealt with somewhere else, but it has to be in conjunction with the Energy Commission or its equivalent to make sure that the process has actually happened when it comes down to, I guess, getting rid of it the proper way. Let's keep on going.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. The other key issue has to do with the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco Rubio reiterated the Trump administration position on this critical waterway.
You see how many ships are out there? It's just waiting for something to happen, just waiting to be able to go in and drop off or do the business that they have to do. Lord knows how long they've been out there already. And then you got the defensive ships that are not allowing people to come in, which is what's really putting a stranglehold on the business when it comes down to Iran foreign trade.
During a gaggle today.
Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because yes, like I said, I got a lot on this, and there's a couple of different categories that I wanted to go through because it's kind of important, well, very important, right into the other topic that we talked about, which was the historic amounts of times in 2 months that the presidents, that they're trying to either penetrate or get to the president. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Let's keep it going, you guys. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. It lets more people know that we're over here.
Was killed in Saturday's shooting near the White House has been identified as 21-year-old Nazir Best from Maryland. Best allegedly encountered Secret Service at least twice last year and had a history of mental health issues. He also told authorities that he was Jesus Christ and he wanted to get arrested. Political strategist Katie Zachariah joins me now. Katie, good morning to you.
But I don't know about Jesus Christ, but they sure sent you to your maker. Because if you heard all that rat-a-tat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat-tat, I thought Sammy Davis was dancing when they was over there like, what's going on over there? When them reporters was like, what's that? Yeah, that was response to his pow pow. They rat-tat-tat-tat. That was, yeah.
You know, the president's initial reaction to this was to point out that this shooting took place a month after the White House Correspondents Association dinner shooting. And he reiterated his point that all presidents deserve very safe spaces like the ballroom. And the funding and construction of that project is now very much in question. So does the president?
So yes, that's going to be the next scene. I'm talking about Sammy could have came through there. All that it could have been like this. I'm talking about for real. Y'all heard that? Sound like popcorn was going off in the back behind that reporter. She's talking about, oh, what's going on? What is that? Just like in the scary movies, right? They're like, what is that? What is that? We must go and investigate. Black people heard pop pop out of there. Gone. We don't play that crap. Talking about what was that?
President have a point here. Absolutely, the president has a point. Look, within 1 month, we have a two times gunman trying to attempt to take President Trump's life. And this is historic, right? He's bringing crime down across the country. We're at 126-year lows, particularly in D.C. It's the safest it's ever been. Yet President Trump, the attempts on the president's life are absolutely historic. And so this ballroom has to be built, not just for
Jolena, talking about what is that? Who else is that right there? Sebastian, exactly. Got the smoke behind his legs. Figure it out after. What was we running for? I don't know, but they just thought it was noise. Okay, good. I understand. Be down the block 17 blocks later like this, holding our side. What the hell was we running for? We'll find out in the news.
President Trump, but for every single future president, as this type of leftist extremism is not being dealt with, we need to make sure that President Trump is safe. And
all presidents need to make sure that all of our presidents is safe. All of the government, all people in administrations need to be safe. All people in politics should be safe. All human beings should be safe. And all animals should be safe. We should not be acting like that at all. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got some other anti-protests clash with police outside of Delaney Hall. You guys know anything about this situation right here? This happened in New Jersey, in Newark. Let's go see what we got going on here in Newark. Thank you so much. I think we got some memberships coming in right there. Who's that? That's going to be Adam Trebek. Alex Trebek. Adam Trebet, how you doing? 32.94, sent one. That's right, gift memberships. Somebody caught that already. That's how you do that. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward to New Jersey. This isn't exactly what I call peaceful. You know, we shall overcome. Now this is, you know, a couple more moves and they throwing bows. They already gonna grab them and drag them out of there and take them to their side. Like, Newark, Delaney Hall, these guys are out there protesting. New Jersey. Not going down so good, you guys. Not going down so good in Newark. Yeah, you guys, you see it's happening again in Newark. I hope this does not continue. Hopefully this was just like a one-time situation. We do not need the same thing to happen as that was going on in Minnesota. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got Iran, and it claims it hit an F-35 jet. They said it powed it down, with a drone over the Gulf. Don't know how true this is, but hey, let's try to get the story from all sides here.
From Chinese press. Iran's Revolutionary Guards claim they have shot down a US MQ-9 drone after it allegedly entered Iranian airspace over the Persian Gulf. The Guards also claimed their air defense units fired at another American drone, an F-35 fighter jet, during the incident. The developments come amid escalating tensions between Washington and Tehran, following fresh US military strikes in southern Iran. According to US Central Command, the strikes targeted Iranian missile launch sites. Washington also claimed it struck boats allegedly trying to place mines near the Strait of Hormuz.
So this is basically what was going on yesterday. They were trying to place mines near the Straits of Hormuz, and that's why the United States basically fired on them. That's why we like to get the news from everywhere.
Multiple explosions were reported in the strategic port city of Bandar Abbas. The city is home to key Iranian naval and air bases. Bandar Abbas is located along the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian agencies also reported explosions near Sirik and Jask in the Persian Gulf region. Iranian armed forces claimed they had destroyed a hostile drone in the Gulf region. The Revolutionary Guard later said air defenses in Bandar Abbas were activated to counter threats. The latest action adds to a series of violations and military exchanges.
So yeah, as you can see, they're still doing what they want to do over there when it comes down to trying to set out mines, which basically is going to say we still have control of the strait, because if they are able to put those mines out there, of course it's going to do damage to whoever tries to pass through. The U.S. has been out there for months now trying to sweep the the water for mines, and therefore to open up the straits to make sure that things are safe for people to do trade. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because as you see that happening, we got to get back over to Washington, because on the defensive side, now we got the president in the Situation Room. I think this is an intimidation tactic, but basically trying to let them know, yeah, you make a move, we're going to make a move. And the last time you saw the president do this, a couple of things happened.
Action of some sort appears imminent in the Mideast. It's been said before, Trump is running out of patience, and so he is. He posted this: "For Iran, the clock is ticking, and they better get moving fast, or there won't be anything left of them. Time is of the essence." Ominously, Axios reports that the president will convene a meeting Tuesday in the Situation Room. That's where any military action is followed in real time by the country's most senior leaders. War is conducted from that Situation Room. Trump appears to be telling the Iranians what's coming. It is widely understood that the Iranians always play for time. They are experts at that.
This is ridiculous right here. I understand they trying to play for time. Meanwhile, look at the prices of crude oil right now. You guys see this right here? You're playing for time. You're playing with us. You're playing with our pockets. Come on now, we got to get something straight here. This is why I'm going into these topics here, because this they did say it wouldn't affect us because only 1% of our oil, crude, and everything comes through the Strait of Hormuz, right? But for some reason, it's affecting us. So stuff like this, we need to pay attention to. Yeah.
Again, if the president lets them keep procrastinating, it looks like they are winning. And to some degree, they are. The longer the Straits of Hormuz stay closed, the greater the disruption of energy supplies to Europe and Asia. The price of oil moves well above $100 a barrel. The price of gas stays high, about $4.50 a gallon. And that's not helping the president's approval rating. The New York Times Siena poll shows 64% believe going to war with Iran was the wrong decision.
Let's keep on moving, you guys. That's what we do around here. We keep rock around for like 2 minutes, and then I want to see what you guys have to say. I told you we're doing 5 on it, and then I'll be back. I told you how we was going to stack this deck. Still got another situation where they're trying to say that, are we going to go to the Ayatollah now, or do we want to see what the let's gonna explain. Let's explain what yesterday was about. Should we do that? Let's explain what yesterday was about.
Iran negotiations on edge this morning after the U.S. conducted self-defensive strikes near the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. Jeff Paul is live in Dubai. He joins us now with the latest. Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah, good morning. And despite the U.S. carrying out those strikes last night in southern Iran, Gulf Arab states remain hopeful that a deal can get done. We know that a delegation from Iran has recently traveled to Qatar to continue on with those diplomatic relations. But within Iran itself, officials there said that these talks with the U.S. are proving a little difficult.
It's not the first time we're witnessing these contradictions from the United States. In fact, one of the problems in our negotiations is these inconsistencies and contradictions in their behavior. This is not a new issue.
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself by putting out those minds out there trying to say that, let me not say too much. I got one more for you on this topic because I know everybody's really interested, and I'm really praying that we can get these oil prices and these gas prices down because that's what's really affecting us, you guys. Let's go. Last one. I do want you to see what the Ayatollah has to say.
Ayatollah Khamenei issuing a statement saying U.S. military bases in the Middle East are no longer safe. This comes hours after the U.S. conducted strikes on the Islamic Republic, with U.S. Central Command giving an update. Spokesman Timothy Hawkins saying, quote, U.S. forces conducted self-defense strikes in southern Iran today to protect our troops from threats posed by Iranian forces. Targets included missile launch sites and Iranian boats attempting to emplace mines. U.S. Central...
That's his son, so he's the new Ayatollah. I understand what you're saying, AP, but that's his son, so he's the new Ayatollah.
Command continues to defend our forces while using restraint during the ongoing ceasefire.
Meantime, the commander-in-chief writing on Truth Social, quote, the enriched uranium...
That's it. We read that already, and we out of here. We want to go over to somebody that these people actually love. I mean, they can't get enough of him. I'm talking about it's like love, exciting and new. Come aboard. Matter of fact, that's wrong. I got to do this. Love and happiness. But it's not so much happiness, even though I know you guys can't get enough of him, especially when he's shaking that cane at the Congress and many people. You guys know who I'm talking about. That's right. Looks like someone you guys know and love has lost their seat. Yes, Al Green. Not that Al Green. I'm not talking about the one from the grits. That's right, you guys. I'm talking about he's been beaten pretty badly in his own district. I'm talking about really badly beaten, not just like lost by a couple of numbers. I'm talking about whoop, there it was type of whooping.
All right, welcome back to Near 2 Live now from Fox. I am Andy Mack. Speaking of Texas primary runoffs, we do have the first check mark of the night, that being in the 18th congressional district, as it is Christian Menifee defeating Al Green in this lopsided race in eastern Texas. As you can see, Christian Menifee the incumbent as he replaced Sylvester Turner, the late Sylvester Turner, after a special runoff.
Woo! That's a whooping right there, boy. 69% to 31%. I guess they saying out with the old and in with the new. Yeah. Goodbye, Al.
Earlier this year, he beat him by a sizable margin. As you can see, 21,000 to just 9,000 votes right now for Christian Menifee, the big check mark next to his name, as he'll serve out the potentially the rest of this term, and then come November, trying to seek a second term. As you can see from the Houston Chronicle here on Live Now from Bog, saying
he got whooped. That's a bad.
Speaking freshman U.S. Representative Christian Menifee has defeated an 11-term U.S. Representative Al Green in a Democratic primary runoff in Texas's redrawn 18th congressional district. So a big win for
Money Tree said he gets kicked out of everything that he attends. Come on now, you guys know y'all want to invite him to the party. He probably get kicked out the barbecue, Money Tree. That's what you're trying to say?
For Christian Menifee tonight, a live picture there in southeastern Texas, as potentially we'll have some comments from him as Menifee defeated the longtime Congressman Al Green. It was defined by heavy outside spending and clashes over generational changes. Green, a 78-year-old civil rights champion who was running for a 12th term in Washington, he entered the race in the newly redrawn Houston area 18th district after his own district was carved up in redistricting. Menifee, in his late 30s, was a Harris County attorney and fellow member of the Congressional Black Caucus, was sworn into Congress earlier this year after winning that special election. He's expected to cruise to victory in November in a very safely Democratic Houston district. So,
all right, Al, that's it for you. See you later. Love and happiness. See you later, Al. That's it for you. Shake the cane and say what you gotta say. They done censored him so many times. Hey, I guess they're looking at it like, hey man, you know what? He probably was trying to make get out there and using that to try to use as like some PR. Let's shake my cane and act a fool. Maybe they'll recognize me and I'll get re-voted in again. You know, they try all types of tactics. Get beat up, pushed on the ground, go to all sorts of measures to get locked up for situations, get out there with the people, power to the people. Same way like these uprisings that are going on in South America. It seems like it's going on everywhere, you guys. Not just here in the United States that we're witnessing these protests. They're having these things actually happen all over the world.
Global energy crisis continues to send shockwaves through the world economy, with South America as the fastest emerging continent in protest. From soaring fuel prices to rising food costs, from power shortages to growing economic anger.
Oh, you think you're the only one with soaring food problems? You think India's not having problems right now getting gas and oil? They used to buy their oil from them too.
The continent is witnessing a wave of anger on the streets that is now testing governments across multiple countries. The protest began as frustration over the cost of living and now has spiraled into a much broader political and economic crisis. Millions are now questioning.
We're talking about Cuba, Argentina, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile. Everybody's feeling it, you guys. Everybody uprising.
Their governments over inflation, austerity, unemployment, public spending cuts, and broken economic promises, with the global energy turmoil only adding fuel to the fire. Bolivia is the country which is the current epicenter of the street rage. Hundreds of protesters marched towards La Paz as the country continues to grapple with a deepening economic crisis. What started as strikes has now turned into a wider national movement involving labor unions, miners, transport workers, and rural groups.
Everywhere, they wilding. Look. And they not playing around there. They booming in Bolivia.
The blocked key roads demanding wage hikes, economic stability, and end to privatization,
Cuba,
and even the resignation of the president. The protests have paralyzed transport routes and exposed the growing public anger over the government's austerity.
Don't think it's just over here in our country, guys. So that's why a lot of people want to flee and come over here. But we can't take no more. Stay on where you at. I do want to pray for those people and all of those people in those countries, because the people that are in the citizens and the elderly and the children, they don't want things like this. So yes, we got to get this world together, you guys. You remember that song that Michael Jackson said, "Heal the world, make it a better place"? I wish that could be something true that we could do. I want to pray for the entire world, you guys, because as you can see, United States is not the only place that's going through a lot. So I want to pray for everyone. Amen. Let's keep on going. Got to get on over to LA. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, as thousands have a chance to return back to their homes after the Orange County chemical threat that's now finally easing. Ooh, boy, remember that boom, boom, boom that they were talking about a couple of days? Well, guess what? Few people are able to actually return back home.
The developing news from Garden Grove. Many of those evacuated from their homes due to that overheated chemical tank have been allowed to go back.
Yeah, officials say the threat of a catastrophic explosion has been eliminated, but there are still some concerns. KTLA's Eric Spellman, live in Stanton with more. Eric, good morning.
Well, good morning, Megan. Good morning, Chris. We're at the corner of Orangewood and Beach Boulevard here in Stanton. And this is sort of the northern edge of the new, smaller evacuation zone as a result of this overheated tank. Now, some people were allowed to go home last night, but thousands still remain under a mandatory evacuation. Let's go over the latest on what is going on. The overheated tank filled with dangerous chemicals at the GKN aerospace plant in Garden Grove.
Yeah, Jelena. That's right, Jelena.
Fire officials say the temperature of that tank is at around 50 degrees. That's down from a peak of 100 degrees. Overnight, workers from the plant checked on it once every 30 minutes. They're also pouring millions of gallons of water on the tank to cool it down. The tank contains methyl methacrylate, or MMA, and as its temperature continues to stabilize, authorities say the risk of a catastrophic explosion is now over.
But there's still a criminal investigation into the company. And my other question is, why is it possible to have something like that so close to residential areas?
There's also a crack in the tank that is relieving some of the pressure, so that's a good thing. What fire officials were
Now, that crack that's relieving stuff, what's coming out of there? Since you're so scared about the stuff that's in there, what's actually seeping out?
worried about is what they call a BLEVE, boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion. Well, they're not concerned about that anymore. That worry has gone away, but they say there's still a risk of a smaller blast or chemical leak. We have absolutely ruled out the ability for this tank to BLEVE and have a catastrophic explosion.
It's not over yet, and I want to reemphasize that. It's not over yet. We still have work to do.
Because fire officials no longer fear the catastrophic blast, they've reduced the size of the evacuation zone. The northern border is Orangewood Avenue to Dale Street on the eastern side, Knott Street on the west, and Garden Grove Boulevard to the south. So we have about 16,000 people living in that smaller evacuation zone, still under mandatory evacuation. So that means more than 24,000 people in several Orange County communities have been allowed to return to their homes last night. Many of them spent the Memorial Day weekend staying with friends or sleeping in one of the various shelters that were set up to house them. And to say that they're relieved to get back to their normal lives is an understatement.
I don't know if I go back yet. I'm still pouring water on that thing, talking about that. I don't know, you guys. I want to do an investigation into that right there to see how the hell they was able to put that over there. I want to know how were they able to put that in the area where so many citizens live at. Do me a favor, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because I also want to be happy and thankful that nothing happened that was so catastrophic that could have hurt so many people. In Los Angeles, I just want to say to you, I'm going to say this a few times today. You have a very strong state. You're a very strong one, because you got so much going on right now in 4 different areas and 4 different situations that it's crazy. And we're going to go through them. Just want to pray for you guys, all of you out there in Los Angeles, San Diego, all the California region. Want to pray for you guys as well. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward now, because we're going to get on over to Ukraine. You see this right here? That's a drone. That's not like the ones that fly in the air. It's like a huge remote control car. And why do they have those? To pick up wounded soldiers, to do different things, to carry certain things back and forth. You guys saw the other day, if you were here, we were watching, where they were flying drones over and they had to have netting over the top of the roads in order to catch those drones. These drones right here are like huge remote control cars. They're not comfortable to be in. but they've saved lives. Check this out, a little bit about this drone right here. And this is what Ukraine is actually using for, they're calling them ground drones, and they're revolutionizing the war, and it's been saving lives. Probably why Russia ain't been able to take them out so much, so fast, because they're kind of good on the technology side.
These are land drones, known as unmanned ground vehicles, or UGVs. And Ukrainians are using them to demine.
Now you see that right there? That's a land drone right there that's hitting the ground to see if there's mines on the ground, hitting the ground, because it rather like that boom, boom, boom before a person, you know? So they got these drones that's actually working with AI.
Fields, deliver supplies to the front line, recover the dead, and rescue the wounded. The drone is incredibly easy to operate. You just have a PlayStation 5 joystick. These robots are now revolutionizing how war is fought.
Воювати людьми, яких не так багато. Добре, коли з'являються речі, які можуть...
Yeah, you remember that old lady? You said they picked up the old lady that was walking through the war zone. You remember that? We watched that the other day. But the crazy thing is, look how these things operate. It's just like a huge remote control car. Now tell me if you guys would have had one of these, y'all would be acting up with this. Y'all would not know how to act if you had one of these. Sam, you wouldn't know how to act. I know I wouldn't know how to act. I'd be outside in the street having fun with this thing. But they say it drives kind of rough. Let's keep going. Let's go.
Доводиться воювати людьми, яких не так багато. Добре, коли з'являються.
It says a good thing when it comes along to replace people, you know, because then there'll be less people losing their lives.
Речі, які можуть замінити.
Ukraine has become a world leader in the production of ground drones, remotely operated vehicles that are saving lives on the front line by evacuating wounded soldiers and sometimes even helping the Ukrainians capture POWs from a distance. Right now, we're heading to one of the many factories across Ukraine that are producing these vehicles for the military and shipping them to frontline locations. Now, it's a very secretive enterprise. It's a place that is a strategic object for the...
Yes, they are, Flavor.
The Russians. So we've been asked by the owners who are escorting us to the location now to turn off the location on our phones, taking as many...
Yes, they are using PlayStation remotes. Kids can actually do this.
...security measures as possible to not reveal where we're going. Rovatech is one of the most innovative drone manufacturers. It has been producing UGVs for the Ukrainian military for nearly 2 years now. And its SME logistics drone is easy to drive, easy to repair, and versatile on the battlefield.
It has been boiled down to the simplest logistic platform. And on the sense they got this thing, what he has done, he decided to do something better.
So someone can lie down in this and...
Absolutely.
You have to be a small person, or you have to kind of...
Oh, we just...
Oh, okay, you open that up.
This is opening.
So the legs might be hanging on.
Yeah.
Ukrainian troops are increasingly using it to deliver supplies and evacuate casualties. That frees soldiers up for other tasks and keeps them from dangerous logistics missions that are easy targets for Russian drones in the skies.
This shit is crazy.
You can feel every bump on this thing, every little hole in the road. It was not a fun ride, and if I was a wounded soldier, especially with an injury in my spine, I can't imagine how much of an ordeal that journey would be.
But what would a wounded soldier say about it when it actually did save his life?
Я не хотів їхати, чесно.
I didn't want to ride on the iron horse.
Коні на цьому. Так, щось мене...
I was in a bad state.
That iron horse from Rovatech saved Pavlo Savorny's life. In mid-January, Pavlo and 2 other Ukrainian soldiers were on a frontline mission in the east when they came under Russian artillery fire. One was killed, one was injured and able to escape, but Pavlo's legs were so severely mangled he couldn't walk.
І от такі от я провів.
Pavlo's fellow soldier helped drag him to this damaged dugout. where he applied his own tourniquets and waited days to be rescued. With limited supplies from soldiers huddled nearby, he ate snow.
Yeah, that's real WAR out there, you guys. Y'all want to see the rest of this because it's 9 minutes and 59 minutes long. This is basically in Ukraine, comma, ground drones are revolutionizing WAR and saving lives. This is a pretty good story right here. And it's out here by the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal, that's right. In Ukraine, ground drones are revolutionizing the war and saving lives. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Just wanted you guys to see what's going on over there and why it's not so easy for Vladimir to get them out of there, because those guys are pretty smart and they make their own drones. Wow. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I just wanted you guys to see what they're up against. And like I said, Los Angeles, we pray for you. The strength. It must really be some Los Angeles in Los Angeles, because what you guys are going through is pretty catastrophic. We got an East Los Angeles rupture where a pipeline is sending thousands of gallons of oil into the rivers. Yeah, into the state and the rivers. I don't know how y'all handling all of this stuff. And then it's a whole nother thing going on. So Los Angeles, none but love for you.
And none of this, thousands of gallons of oil spilled from a ruptured underground crude oil pipeline in East LA. Some of that oil entering the LA River. Multiple agencies are working to clean it up before it causes any damage. CBS LA's Jasmine Veal live now with what we know, how the pipeline was broken, and what it's going to take to clean this all up, Jazz.
Yeah, so Juan, LA County Fire says this equipment that you see right behind me being used to install some fiber optic cables accidentally hit this crude oil pipeline down the way here, about 10 feet underground, causing it to then rupture in two different areas, letting all that oil spill out. And now you can see repairs are underway, but the immediate focus is really on the cleanup still. That's not water, that's crude oil seeping through cracks in the sidewalk and asphalt Friday on Eastern and Cesar Chavez Avenues from a broken underground pipeline.
I heard like a large pump, like kind of like a truck tire.
Los Angeles, like I said, y'all going through a lot right now.
LA County Fire says
Accidentally, huh, Beyond?
Out from the 16-inch pipeline carrying highly pressurized oil from Kern County to the Port of Los Angeles. It took crews 30 minutes to turn off the valve, located more than 8 miles away at Dodger Stadium.
On Cesar Chavez, yeah.
Some of that oil making its way into the LA River from storm drains. Oil response teams working to contain the inky mess at Bandini and Downey Friday afternoon in Vernon, and also into Norwalk.
We also have activated the Oiled Wildlife Care Network. There are no reports of oiled wildlife at this time, but we have them en route to the scene.
LA County Fire says the telecommunications contractor laying fiber optic cable accident.
It made it into the water. So yes, it always makes it into the rivers, and it makes it into where our wildlife is at. This is so ignorant. This should also be another criminal charge right here. I don't want to hear nothing about no mistake.
Hit the pipeline around 3 a.m. Gilbert Hernandez lives nearby and says he is very concerned about how this happened.
You got so many things going on the ground. You should have schematics for it. And so you should know what's there underneath.
LA County Fire says local and state agencies are continuing to monitor the air quality, but there are no immediate health concerns despite the smell lingering for hours.
What about the animals when they go down into the storm drain? It's now and it's hurting them. Talking about break out the dawn. Somebody in the comments said, Boogotti, break out the dawn. We learned about dawn over here, you guys, just so you know. That is just a product marketing scheme when it comes down to it, allegedly. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to Washington. I told you what we do over here, right? Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. It's our bottom line. How do we survive? Off of those likes. So we need more likes, Jim. Jim, I don't have the power. Come on, you guys. Let's go ahead and support the show. How do we do that? By giving me all the money in your pockets. Snap it to a Slim Jim. Nah, you don't got to do that. What you do is this. You pick up your phone, and you're watching Boogotti right there on the show. So you got to double tap that screen because that gets those likes up. Also, when you get those likes up, it lets more people know that we're over here and it educates people, because guess what? We got a lot to talk about and a lot to educate people on. I would give you guys a little main attraction with like a keychain or a decal. I don't know if it's going to work today. Let's just keep on moving forward, but let's just do some work today, because I told you I got a lot to bring to you. And boy, oh boy, whoever hangs around for this health and wellness section, I got a real treat for you on this one. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got an 18-year-old DC man who's facing 69 charges after pow-powing into a crowd on the Metro bus. That's right, you guys. Let's get into it. Let's go. I don't know what he was thinking about or why he did this, but yeah, another thunderant on the run. Not on the run, but out here wilding. Oh, I'm sorry. There was an 18-year-old girl who turned him down. That's why he pow-powed into the crowd. My mistake. Still stupid. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
An 18-year-old just got hit with a ton of charges in DC. He's accused of shooting into a crowd around a Metro bus. Officials say he was rejected by a girl he had just groped and decided to just start shooting. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley joins us live now from 16th and Missouri, where all this went down. Felicia, police say Anthony Delcy Morales committed a mass shooting at that bus stop back in January. What else are you learning today?
Right. Well, aside just how shocking all of this is, and the fact that what led up to all this, just traumatizing and horrible, what we know is that investigators said that that young girl got off on the back of the bus after what she endured on it, and that Morales got off on the front and then started shooting into a group down the street. While some were standing right here waiting for the bus stop, he hit 5 people, including 3 people that were with the young girl, as well as 1 person waiting right here at the bus stop, just wanting to go home, and another.
Talking about just because you got rejected and you violated by putting your hands on her, you're going to pow with people. Like, this is the product that they're giving us, people. And thank you for all the love and all of the I got. Yeah, y'all like this right now. Yeah, can't believe it either. I know. Can't believe it either.
Another just taking a night walk. Anthony Delcy Morales is facing 1 charge of possession of a firearm and assault with intent to kill.
That's the Silver Springs D16, you guys. The Silver Springs bus.
For each person police say he put in harm's way when he started shooting at the bus stop. He was arrested just yesterday. 7 News was there moments after the January shooting. Back then, interim MPD Chief Jeffrey Carroll told us there was a packed bus and bus stop.
Jeffrey Spilker said, my mommy said I can do anything I want. Might as well have said it. Why? Why? Because I'm going to say this to you, Jeffrey. I'm glad you said that first. Because the parents do the same thing. Didn't you guys tell me that a couple of months ago? Y'all like Boogotti. What are you talking about? The parents teach them how to do it. I'm like, wow.
During the shooting.
I don't know why you would take, this is not the way we would resolve disputes. If there's any sort of conflict, obviously we work things out. We don't plug gunfire. That's the issue we have. Too many illegal firearms here in the communities.
He's also facing a sexual assault charge after he allegedly touched the girl on her backside, and a charge for wearing a mask while allegedly committing the crimes. 7 News spoke to passengers on the bus, including Bethany Allen, who claimed passengers were trapped in a dangerous situation.
I started hearing young women screaming and crying, and it was clear that some people had been shot. Now, what happened next was nothing. The bus driver didn't move. He didn't close the doors. It didn't move the bus at all.
Passengers said this was all while the shooter was just feet away.
He then said, I can't, I'm required to stay at the scene.
We did speak to the general manager after the shooting, and we asked him about this and why the bus driver stayed if he was following protocol. And he said that all of their operators are trained to do what they feel is best for themselves as well as passengers. Back to you.
Somebody said, yeah, that was a good one. Somebody need coping classes. What else you guys got? Let's get those likes up to get more people over here. I can't imagine being trapped on a bus. Bus driver not combat trained. The parents have to do time for this too. There we go. Now you guys know what we're talking about. They need to get that time. Look at that. Dude caught 70 charges in 2 minutes just for touching. Yeah, and that's what he get for touching on somebody.
Felicia, what's next for Morales?
Right. Well, 69 charges. He's, I mean, expected to spend a long time behind bars if convicted. On top of that, though, he's facing multiple enhancements because the shooting occurred by a bus stop and Metro passengers were injured. Now, he will be back in court in July. And of course, he does not have a bond. But for now, reporting live from Northwest DC, Felicia Asher, 7 News.
Lucky it's not New York, because he would have got released on his own recognizances. They would have been like, oh my, what do you mean she rejected you? Wait a minute, are you serious? Oh no, we got to release this man on his own recognizances. Lucky it was in New York. And no joke, you guys, I want to pray for all of the people that got hurt in this tragedy. I want to pray for their minds, for their psychic, for their psyche, for their brains, their mental, because something like this is a shock. There's some people that will never get on a bus again after a situation like this happens, much less somebody start pow-powing on the bus. I want to pray for them. I really do. And I hope everybody gets out of this very safely and they have a full 100% recovery. And things like this, Lord, thank you for nobody losing their lives, which is the main thing. Amen. Wow. Jesus, I don't understand these people. They're so stupid. Somebody said, I got them hands registered. You would have just caught him with the two-piece and let him just fall down. And I get what you're saying, but hopefully he would have went. Because if he don't go, now you got to deal with the pow-pow. You feel me, bro? Sometimes it ain't even worth it, but I hear you. Trying to defend yourself is the best way that you can. Jordan Dowdy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jordan. Let's keep on moving forward. And Miss Swanza, hate to do it, but I got to. Because every time we found one of them, we got to call them out. And this one here, just happens to be watch your head from the great state. That's right, of Maryland. That's right. I don't even want, I said the great state. I ain't saying nothing about him because this is a 52-year-old piece of trash. His name is Dustin Burkett. Remember that name. Remember that name because he's doing something and he's already did something that somebody did 2 days ago. But this other person didn't do it yet. And I don't want to put allegedly on him. Do you guys remember the other day when we showed you an individual who was arrested for the number 6 against children? The number 6 assault against children, and that person owned the business. You remember that guy, right? You guys refresh your memory. Light-skinned guy sitting there with his mother talking about, yeah, but all I do is paperwork. I'm trying to refresh you guys' memory a little bit so you can think a little bit about this one. This is Dustin over here. His name is Dustin Burkett. Total different individual. But guess what? The difference, there's a coincidence with Dustin and that last piece of crap. If you remember now, Dustin owns Cheer Academy. And guess what? He's been charged with the number sexual abuse on a 9-year-old. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Maybe we need to send this video to those other parole and police officers before something like this possibly happens to another child. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen to get those likes up, y'all.
To a disturbing case out of Queen Anne's County. 52-year-old Dustin Burkett from Annapolis is facing several charges, including rape and abuse of a minor. State police say the alleged incidents involved a 9-year-old girl and took place at Eastern Shore Cheer Academy in Stevensville, which Burkett owns and operates. He's currently being held at Queen Anne's County Detention Center. Police are asking anyone who believes they were a victim or knows someone who was to call police. To a disturbing case.
That was the R word for a 9-year-old, just so you guys know. Words that we don't say because we can't. But R word on a 9-year-old at Cheer Academy.
Out of Queen Anne's County, 52-year-old Dustin Burkett.
Dustin Burkett. That's how he looked, y'all. That's his face right there.
From Annapolis is facing several charges, including rape and abuse of a minor. State police say the alleged incidents involved a 9-year-old girl and took place at Eastern Shore Cheer Academy in Steve.
And he owns the Cheer Academy. He owns it. Justin don't just work there. He owns it. See the difference? The same way like that over there. Wait a minute. Why did he get into cheer anyway? Exactly. Not this Dustin had to make that very clear. There you go. Make sure that ain't you, Dustin. You already know that ain't you. What else you got? Sadly, he will be out in 3 to 5 years in Maryland. He deserves life with Big Bubba. There you go. Real talk. Teddy, you serious? You think so? You think he's going to get 3 to 5 years in Maryland, Teddy? That's crazy right there. I can't even think about it either, Jolena. But I want people to know about them. That's why I try to tell you guys to put information out like this. And when you do double tap the screen, it really gets more people over here to see stuff like that. And also, we got a lot of educational stuff as well. Also, I think you should be able to show your children. This was a 9-year-old, you guys. If he's able to do it to a 9-year-old, what age do we start protecting them at and teaching them against stuff like this? Help me out with that. Anybody, we're never wrong about asking a question. I'm asking you guys a question. What age is it okay to start teaching our children about people like this? And the reason I'm saying this is because we watch videos where it's police officers, ex-teachers, district attorneys, coaches. There's so many different people that have different walks of life that got caught over the course of the time where we've been doing this show in many different areas. So that's how you gonna protect them. What age? What age do you think? Let me know. I'm going to be paying attention to that question right there. I want to know when they're old enough to comprehend. Cognitive memory kicks in at the average age of 3. It should start then. Lots of damn weirdos out here behind the computers. How to Catch a Predator. 5 or 6 years old, says Jelena. The minute they're old enough to comprehend, early as possible, especially when they can talk. Where's the father? How did the guy make it to the police? Exactly. How did he make it there? As soon as they can comprehend. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over here to now to Los Angeles right now. That was a 9-year-old little girl. Imagine what her life is going to be like now. I want to pray for that little girl again. I want to pray for the family. I want to pray for anybody who ever got caught up in terrible situations like this. And I want to make sure and pray to God that this fool ever, never need to walk the streets again. And I hope what Teddy's saying is not correct. Because Teddy said he's only going to get a 2 to 5 in Maryland. If that happens, that's when the father do need to step in. Amen. I'm leaving it like that. Call me what you want. We're going over to Los Angeles right now. And I want to know how are you taking this much of a beating? Yeah, we got industrial fire that broke out in the Southgate, triggering shelter in place in Southgate. LA, Los Angeles, we are praying for you. Real talk. Real talk. We're praying for you out there in LA. This is in Southgate. Massive industrial fire breaks out in Southgate. Yeah. No audio. I mean, there's no audio, but LA again. Look at this. 2:59 yesterday afternoon. 71 degrees. They got a massive industrial fire that broke out on Southgate, triggering shelter in place. LA, I'm telling you guys, y'all could take a hit out there, boy. Y'all taking it. Look at that. That's dry out there. Like I said yesterday. Look at that. Is that the one they were trying to contain? My son is in California in business and I'm nervous wreck. Only in the hood. Good morning. I'm sure it was caused by another accident. There you go. Crazy, y'all. Look at this. I don't know what the hell that was about right there. And they just fighting it from all angles. Now he up there really working. Now that's a true trooper. You see him up there in all that smoke? Do you see him? That's not just doing that by holding it to the edge. That's a man up there holding it and fighting through all of that. You see that? Firefighters, first responders. I mean, come on, look at that. That smoke, that wall of smoke just came in. Look at this. Anybody thinking about him? No, what's in that smoke? Toxic, all that. But he up there fighting it. Fighting it. Don't even know what the firefighters do. Don't even know what they do for us to save our lives so that we can be safe out here with our families. Give it up to the first responders and the firemen. Wouldn't even get recognition for that. Only time we get recognition is when probably save some lives or when he get hurt. I want to give that firefighter up there and all of those firemen and firemen that was working on that fire, nothing but love, nothing but respect. Because I've never actually seen them have to fight that way. And he was fighting hard, pushing that water right as much as he could, right into those bevels of smoke and those fire clouds, and those fire marshes. Amen. I'm telling them first responders, but he was up there like this. Probably had the cover on his face. They got to switch men or whatever like that up there. Y'all don't think about that stuff, huh? Never seen a big old wall of smoke cloud go over to a firefighter. Yeah, we got to show them so much love, a lot of love. First responders, that's right. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to what's this, Montgomery? Where this Montgomery County man, oh, he's been charged with murdering his mother. Ah, Lord have mercy. I don't even know. This is another one here. Another one where you let him stay in the house and he shouldn't have been able to stay there. Because I done told you guys so many times. I don't care if they act crazy, they got a problem here and there. Don't let them stay there. And don't even let them stay with your grand aunt, your grandmother, none of them. Because they definitely ain't gonna be able to defend themselves. We're talking about the kids that may be a little, a little whatever you want to call it, little slighted. I'm not talking about the ones that need total care and stuff like that. I'm talking about the ones that you know what I'm talking about. When you tried to help, but they're just too far gone. Don't endanger yourself. Don't do it. Just keep on moving forward.
Now, a Montgomery County man is now in jail, charged with murder after investigators say he shot and killed his own mother inside a home earlier this morning on Beeson Road. Fox 26's Leslie Dallas-Ford has more on what deputies say happened before this deadly shooting.
Tragedy has unfolded for one family in Montgomery County this Memorial Day. Investigators say multiple people were inside this home when a woman was killed. Authorities also say they believe the husband was home and called 911 after 23-year-old Michael Flores started threatening people with a gun inside. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says dispatchers received a 911 call around 5:20 Monday morning from a home on Beeson Road. Investigators believe the husband of 50-year-old Jana Flores, who was found dead inside the home, called 911. Authorities say Jana Flores is believed to be the mother of 23-year-old Michael Flores. Investigators say Michael Flores left the home and crashed his car a short distance away. When deputies arrived, authorities say Flores resisted arrest and got into a fight with deputies before he was taken into custody. Other deputies responded back to the home where they found Jana Flores dead from an apparent gunshot wound. Michael Flores was taken to a hospital for evaluation, but now he's in Montgomery County Jail and charged with murder.
What you mean probably spoiled? He looked like King Kong Bundy around the neck. He doing nothing but inhaling food. Remember King Kong Bundy, the wrestler? Look at his neck. Is there a neck possibly even there? I mean, his face is just continuation of his chest. Somebody like this, you guys spoiled, also getting everything that they want. Probably you never know why he did something like that. But your own mother, that's the one you walk away from. Ma, you got it. I'm sorry, even if you're wrong. That's who brought you here. How dare him?
The family is asking for privacy at this time, but in a statement they put out in part, this morning my husband's family lost their world. They lost a mother and a brother all at once. This was not a maternal hate crime like everyone is trying to make it out to be. Jana is loved by all her children, and Michael is loved by all.
Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow neck. Exactly, G95. Just like Bam Bam. You know what? I'm going to take that back. He did look like Bam Bam Bigelow.
They heard that the suspect possibly discharged a firearm, was fleeing the scene. Before arriving on scene, deputies observed the individual fleeing and crashed his vehicle out. They attempted to take him into custody, where a physical altercation ensued.
Thank you, Sam.
After a short fight, deputies were able to get the suspect into custody using non-lethal measures to get him subdued. Everything points to this being an isolated incident. There's no ongoing threats to the public. It's very unfortunate that this incident happened, especially during the holiday. But here we are, and we'll take care of what we need to out here. Yeah.
That's what happened when you coddle them and you give them everything they want. He has not ever missed a meal. A meal has never missed his mouth, ever. You can tell, ever.
It's been pretty busy. We've had a lot of critical major incidents happen over the last few days. But I just want to commend everyone out here for their time. They've handled every scene very professionally and safely, and we'll continue to do what we need to do.
Deputies also say this appears to be
Somebody said maybe they didn't feed him, Tony.
an isolated incident and there is no ongoing threat to the public. Reporting in Conroe, Leslie Dallas for Fox 26 News.
His own mother. So many of us wish we can just say something to our mother. I wish I can get a spanking right now. I don't care what nobody say. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but if God be like, I'll let her come back, but it's only to tear you up, I'd be like, bet, let's do it. Oh God, I miss you, mom. I love you. What? I'm not even playing. You stupid to have your mother and to do something like that. Oh man. We got some people around here that know. That ain't some of us. If it was, I don't know about everybody else, but my mother, that was the lady right there, boy. I'm talking about when I was little, bringing me up, teaching me stuff, giving me what I needed. If it wasn't for that lady, I wouldn't even be here. So whatever you think that she did that was wrong, you need to walk away. It's so crazy how nowadays we get these children that feel as if they can level up to their parents, talk to them any kind of way. Once they get to these certain ages and around these certain people, they act like they didn't even bring them here. What's wrong with these people? So that's why as a parent, we have to recognize that. We got to recognize our place. It's really hard to figure out, hard to recognize sometimes, but it's really necessary. And I want to pray for her soul. I want to pray for the family members who are suffering behind this situation. And I want to pray that they get justification for this. Amen. Got to be careful bringing them people around you. Also, don't put them off on your grand aunt. I say the same thing. If you know they crazy, no, you can't go stay with Aunt Sarah. No, you ain't going to stay with Uncle Buck. No, you can't. Get up out of here. It's real talk. Real talk. Antoine Fisher, that lady abused him. Okay, what else you got? My mom is my best friend. I love my mama. One bite thief can fill a river. Probably, yeah, they should have tased his ass. They should have tased him. They should have, exactly. I'm glad my mom is still here, but I'm praying for all of the ones that lost their moms. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. But you know how I told my friend one day, my friend gonna have a nerve to say, oh, my mother getting on my nerves. She keep on calling me because she at the hospital doing this and doing that, whatever. I'm like, I don't think I'm the one you need to be talking to right now. What do you mean? Because I don't even need to be on the phone with you. You need to be going to the hospital to deal with your moms. Me? What? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, yo, boy, no, we don't let her eat anything else. I was literally bringing her food. And it was the right stuff to bring. I wasn't bringing her the wrong stuff. But my mama, it was second nature. This is mommy. Stop playing with me, man. We don't play that about our mamas. And you know how we do it around here, guys. I always love my mama because she's my favorite girl. Only get one, yeah. Let's keep on going, you guys. Rhode Island, we got a stills nabbing at a popular beach because some kids don't know how to act and they still acting up out here. Stills nabbing. The sad part about this is this week, the man who stills nabbed this person is out on bail for doing the same thing. Now, you know you can't make this stuff up, right? You can't make this up. No, you can't make this up. Keep on moving forward. Can't make this stuff up. He's out on bail for doing the same thing, and he got the entire beach going crazy. Watch this.
Crowded Rhode Island beach this week, sending beachgoers into a panic. Watch this video. It is crazy. 3 people got minor
Thank
stabs
you, Sam.
randomly. Authorities say the suspect was an 18-year-old. Willie Medina is his name. He was out on bail for a weapons offense when Rhode Island police took him back into custody after this. Medina is now facing 1 count of felony assault. Just crazy to see.
He was out on bail for the same thing. Went to the beach with another jammy and then still stabbing people.
This terrorizing is going to end. And the message that lawlessness runs the streets is over. The city belongs to law-abiding residents, not roaming mobs looking to make a name for themselves or to contribute to the chaos or violence and to get social media attention. These are not kids being kids. Okay, chaos inside a Chipotle restaurant in DC's Navy Yard neighborhood.
Yeah, we showed you guys that. But the craziness is I keep on showing you guys a bunch of clips, but don't you notice how it's happening everywhere? It's not just happening in one place. New York, DC, Miami, the same way all of that other chaos is going on. And it's just the tip of the summer. Hate to be right about the wrong thing. That's another saying that I try not to put out so much, but it's true. I hate, but it has a curse in it, but I just took the curse out. I normally say, I hate to be right about the wrong shh. You know what I'm saying? But for this instance, I'll say, I hate to be right about the wrong thing. Something like this was predicted because why? It's getting hot outside. Got all of the shiesty wearers out there now. And then they want to represent and do what they want to do, like they want to live their lives right off Grand Theft Auto on a video game, right out in the streets. Yep. And again, parents, what I do want to say to you is, can you give the village a product to work with? That's all we're asking. Give the village the product, but give us a product to work with. We'll help you out, but give us something to work with. Let's keep on moving right now. We got to get on over to Seattle, North Seattle to be exact, where they're building DIY barricades in response to the rising Pow Pow fire. Yeah, you come through this neighborhood, you better be able to move that. They literally got the streets barricaded. And it kind of shows you how strong the police response is. Because if you block a street, shouldn't the police be out there to do something about that? Okay, come on over to Seattle. I want you to see what this neighborhood is doing to try to defend themselves. Many people may think they're wrong for doing this.
We just saw a Honda Element drive around here, so we got to put a stump over there, I think.
You can't just illegally block the road because
Another conflict divides North Seattle's Greenwood neighborhood. It's either this or bullets in my neighbor's houses. Not gunfire, but how far residents are going to stop it.
Our neighbors put these up in self-defense. The risk of emergency services not being able to get through here is greater than the good that they think that they're doing from putting up this.
Makeshift barricades now block 3 streets off Aurora Avenue, and they're building frustration.
and I just don't think that this is the right fix.
Well, it comes after residents like Kate and Peter say they've documented at least 8 shootings in about the past month within roughly 10 blocks of their homes.
We celebrate when there's not a shooting.
Until that evil is taken care of, we got to deal with this. Seattle requires permits to block or place structures in public streets. Unauthorized obstructions can lead to fines or removal orders. Kate and Peter say they were built over the weekend and say they don't know whether a permit was approved.
You can't just move these makeshift barricades out of the way. And you can see here they're made of dirt, gravel, chunks of concrete, and even logs.
But doing it yourself, I don't think is right.
Some say it goes too far.
It's not a good way to protest. It doesn't solve anything.
It's not a fix for sure. It's a Band-Aid. This is Tylenol for stage 4 cancer. Conflicts between neighbors ended in understanding and, in one case, a handshake. I'd shake your hand and give you a hug if you're into it.
I'll shake your hand, sir.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Peter.
Peter Clark.
As neighbors push the city to stop the violence, their homegrown roadblocks could find themselves at the top of the city's to-do list and be removed. We're at the point of we have to choose between the lesser of evils. In Seattle, Alex McLean.
Miss Swan just said, they said, I'll take the fine for 500, Alex. And that's a good question, Frederick. Where is the law that's protecting them? That's real talk right there. Do you see that? Do you see that? He said that's Tylenol for cancer. Stage 4. Stage 4, angels. Stage 4.
King 5 News.
So yeah, you get it off of there, you better name him Hercules, if you know what I'm talking about. I ain't mad at them, no. A lot of people in the comments are saying the same thing, that y'all not mad at them neither. If it's that bad, hey. And you know what's funny? The sign says, you got to drive 3 blocks down if you want to get over here. Yeah, they got a 3-block radius you got to get into before you get through there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And it's not like you're going to just get out and push it. Nah, you ain't going to just push that. Nah, you can't push that. That's full of bricks and dirt. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to Dallas now. Used to live out in Dallas. Hey, Lisa Roy, how you doing out there representing for Texas today? How you doing, Lisa Roy? 55 Coffee House. Let's keep on moving forward over to Dallas. Fort Worth. There's been a pow-powing. There's a suspect. Yeah, not a good one at all. Left a teen, don't even want to say it. A teenager. Yeah, teenager.
Fort Worth police upgraded the charges for a man accused of shooting a teenager in the head. It happened during a road rage incident. So that shooting happened Saturday night after 2 vehicles got into a minor crash on Mansfield Highway. According to an affidavit, 41-year-old Jose Camargo Madrigal opened fire into the back of the victim's truck. In just the last few minutes, we learned the victim's identity. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager, live.
Crazy, because I used to live over by Mansfield, and Mansfield is right after Arlington, before you get to what's the other one over? But yeah, I used to live in Mansfield. I mean Arlington, and then the next one was over is Mansfield. Yep.
With the very latest. Peyton.
Heather, and I just got off the phone with the victim's family, and they tell me the 17-year-old who was killed was out getting late night food Saturday evening with his friend and also
You got to see how young this child was. I'm talking about baby. When she says 17, he's a young looking 17.
his brother. Now, the 17-year-old's family identifies the victim.
You see this right here? This is the one that lost his life from some stupidity.
As Giovanni Rocha on your screen. Rocha, I'm told, just finished his junior year at Dunbar High School here in Fort Worth, about to be a senior. As for the investigation, Fort Worth police tell me homicide investigators have now taken over. On a rainy Monday, crime scene tape still clings to a pole outside a gas station at Mansfield Highway and Seminary Drive. It's where late Saturday a Silverado pulled in for help. A 17-year-old in the passenger seat shot in the head. People in the Silverado told police officers they had just gotten into a minor traffic accident around 11:30 p.m. with a Chevy Avalanche with oversized chrome wheels. The two vehicles stopped at a red light where police say there was an altercation, and 41-year-old Jose Camargo Madrigal opened fire into the back of the victim's truck. Both continued to head westbound on Seminary Drive. Fox 4 obtained surveillance video of both vehicles speeding on Seminary. First, you see the Silverado rushing through an intersection. If you fast forward 10 seconds, the Avalanche with the large chrome wheels is right behind it. Fast forward 25 seconds and zoom in. Two bystanders appear to run and hide behind this wall.
Gets out, raises the level of the altercation by getting a gun and shooting at somebody. And we say all the time, gun violence is no way to solve any type of argument.
Investigators say license plate readers revealed the Chevy Avalanche was registered to Camargo Madrigal. Once in custody, Camargo Madrigal admitted he was in the passenger seat of the Avalanche, his son driving, and his family was out picking up baby formula. Police say Camargo Madrigal confessed to getting out of the Avalanche and firing into the Silverado following a minor collision. He also said the 9mm handgun used was inside his home. Police recovered the pistol and the Avalanche parked in the backyard, only a mile away from where the shooting took place.
The investigation is far from over. We're going to go through both vehicles now that we have the suspect's vehicle as well. See if there's any other weapons or any other kind of...
My question is, now that all that happened, was it worth it? So now you're going to lose your family, you're going to lose your freedom, you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose all of that. You know, it took somebody's life, a child's life. Look at that. Kid did not look like he was any sort of a threat. And I understand what a couple of people in the comments said. I know some 17-year-olds that, and I get what you're saying. That one right there just did not seem like he was that type of 17-year-old, man. That 17-year-old looked 13 or 14, just like the majority of the people in the comments said. That's why we want to pray for him. Want to pray for his family, because this was a tragedy that could have been avoided and should have been avoided. Nothing like this should ever happen to any one of our children or anybody out there. You guys, please, this is why I always tell you guys, it's not that serious, even when you're the one arguing back. They cut you off. Sometimes you need to just let it go, because you never know what they have and what they're about. They could be stressed out going through a bad day. Let them just get that. Want to pray for everybody here that we can take that in and learn from it, as well as the family that's suffering in this tragedy right now. Want to thank Father God for protecting us and making us be able to get this far. And please add strength and some love and some understanding, as well as some closure to this family's life. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Minnesota and Los Angeles. Watch as billions, as a sleight of hand, vanish from these blue states They're bleeding America in wealth and in loss. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got some situations coming up when it comes down to these. Oh no, 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 no. We're not gonna get past that. I'm sorry. 1 minute. And the choir says, this is the time when you're never supposed to preach, especially when you know you got caught dead wrong. There you go. I'm going to skip off. I'm not even going to go over this because I found something else. We're going to stay in Dallas. You guys, I want you to think about this for yourself or figure this one out for yourselves. We got a lot of reverends out here that are very outspoken, especially when they're trying to give their mission and when they're trying to talk about themselves and say, well, you know, I am just weak, it's just as weak as you are, as the flock is. Oh yeah, you just as weak as the flock. Okay, cool, but that don't mean you should have made a sermon about it, especially after you got locked up and now you got indicted. Watch your head. And I got a feeling, he's going to jail. That's right, you guys. Out of nowhere, I just caught this one out of thin air. We got a Fort Worth pastor who's been indicted on the number 6 allegations. Here we go. And he had the nerve to do a sermon about it. Yeah, he's preaching about it. And that's right, you guys. He's in Texas. Let's go.
A Fort Worth pastor is no longer behind the pulpit after telling his church about sexual assault accusations against him. Our Marvin Hurst has more on the allegations and the plea for mercy.
And now my name is known to everybody in Texas, it seems like. This is Pastor Alonzo Diego Fuller. He's having a heart-to-heart with his church after bonding out of jail for a sexual assault charge in September 2025. He told members about his arrest. Fort Worth police say he had an outstanding warrant in this case. Fuller says,
now he's literally up there. There's some stuff this is not content, El Fulio. This is something the DA gonna use against you. Anything you say that made the news will be held against you in the court of law.
officers surrounded his home. He even showed his congregation his mugshot. Before it all came out, I already had an idea that I was going to post my mugshot, put my mugshot up there. That's me. I still look good. Well, the 40-year-old is back in jail. He's been there since May 5th. Fuller is facing a 2-count indictment from March. The indictment also alleges that Fuller touched the victim without her consent. The defendant.
Do you hear this fool talking about I still look good? Come on now, you guys get those likes up to let more people understand what's going on here. We have a reverend now. I done told you guys, I asked you, when can we talk to our children about these people? When can we do it? I need to understand this now. I asked you guys this already. What age? Some of you guys says when they understand, when they're ready to understand, when they can comprehend. Now you guys have never had no idea that might be the reverend or that Sunday school teacher or the choir head of the choir, right? Let's keep on. Let's go.
It is a clergyman, says the document, exploiting her emotional dependency on the defendant. The indictment also alleges he was this person's spiritual advisor. That's count 1. And I want to just be transparent today, if that's okay. I want to be transparent, and I want to start off by saying that the allegations that was made towards me are absolutely false. I want you to know that. In count 2, the document alleges he enticed a child younger than 18 years of age to engage in a specific conduct.
Got another person here that made a lot of sense. Who's that? Only in the hood says there's a church on every corner. Never seen one do a service with a baseball hat.
The indictment alleges it involves sexual activity. They often expect perfection from a position like this, but I just want to submit to you, Journey Forward Church, and let you know plainly, if you're looking for a perfect pastor, I am not your boy. I am human, I am flawed, and I'm still being shaped by God.
Yeah, that's me looking at him saying that's him accepting guilt right there. Yeah, to me, that sounds like he accepting guilt. And you know what else is going to be like? Oh yeah, well, anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That's right, you guys. Let's go. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up so many more people can see what we're looking at right now. Let's get them up, get them up, get them up. And that was Randy Macho Man Sandwich. That was who that was. Snap into a Slim Jim. That's who that was. That wasn't Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is, well, you know, Mean Gene. When I want, that's a whole different one. But this one here, he needs his own moniker. I don't know what y'all want to call this one here, but I'm glad that he put that microphone down, and hopefully the things that they're saying did not happen to more than one victim, because we know a lot of these leaders, they don't just have one victim. Yeah, just keep on.
Every single day. But I will say again, the allegations made towards me in this case are absolutely not true.
So last week we reached out to Pastor Fuller to try to get his side of the story on these indictments and the allegations. He declined our request for an interview, saying that he needed to speak to his attorney. CBS News Texas has not been able to track down the alleged victim just yet. In the meantime, Diego Fuller has been in a Tarrant County jail for close to a month. He describes all of this as an attack from the devil.
I'm asking you in this season to walk with Asia and my family. I'm asking you guys to fight with us, to pray with us, to walk through this fire with us.
I mean, you really you milking it there, buddy. You milking it. He trying to keep his thing going. Now, do me a favor, guys. Now, y'all send around the trade, send down the offering, please, because we going to need some money for the lawyer and for this bail money to keep this fight going on. So, yes, we need you guys to help and pray with us and walk with us. And at the same time, can y'all put a little 5 on it? Because we need a little bit of help with this lawyer. Thank you so much, you guys. That is crazy. Let's keep on moving forward. Liberty and justice. That's right. Let's get those likes up, those thumbs up. That's right. I am the host with the most. But without you guys, I am nothing. Nothing without you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. If y'all appreciate the show and the content that you're getting right now from our bottom line, let's see if you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that link and share. That's right, share it with more people. And if you have not hit the like button, what are you waiting for? Let's keep on moving over to where we're going right now. To, like I said, Minnesota and Los Angeles, because we got to watch as billions are flying out of these states, you guys. How are they doing it? Almost like a magician.
Are looking for more bang for their buck, and red states are winning the migration competition. New IRS data shows billions are moving out of high tax areas and into high growth states like, well, you guessed it, the Sun Belt. Oh, guess what? Shocking. Texas and Florida leading the nation in net inbound migration between 2022 and 2023. That is the latest available numbers. Meanwhile, you might have guessed this one as well. California reported the nation's largest net outbound migration, more than 100,000 income tax filers and nearly $12 billion in taxable income.
Notice how it's all of the states that don't want to show their receipts and show where the spending is going and what's happening. Yeah, a lot of the states that don't want to show the spending. They're still asking for money, but don't want to show where it's being spent.
Heading for the exit in a single year. New York, not far behind.
And they ask for more and more and more out of the wealthy. I keep on saying that if you're going to ask people for more money, can you show us the receipts for what you've already spent? And maybe you can cut some corners in those areas. So when you don't show the receipts, do you have something to hide? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Minneapolis/St. Paul. That's right, you guys. Breaking news. The police chief decided to resign over interfering with the investigation into relationship allegations. So they were investigating him. And of course, you're not supposed to interfere. He actually decided to interfere. So let's go.
You serve as chief of the Minneapolis Police Department. Trust is not secondary to the job, it is the job.
Out of there.
And when trust is broken, it becomes extremely difficult to continue leading effectively.
Breaking news tonight, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara is out. Mayor Jacob Fry says he has accepted O'Hara's resignation. His resignation comes after a report found O'Hara interfered with an investigation.
We have team coverage of this tonight. Our So Young Kim will have more on the timing of this action. But we begin with Fox 9's Karen Scullin tonight.
That's right, you guys. Our bottom line, hot topics, best host, current news, and the best morning vibes for Wednesday morning. Welcome to the hottest morning news show with Boogotti NYC, the hottest with the most, the host with the most. And I can't do it without you guys too. Thank you so much, Liberty, Sam, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us. Yes, all mods, whoever's here, mods. Liberty is now putting together a mod meeting for the Discord. And we're actually looking for a mod for the Discord. One of you guys that know how to do the backgrounds and all of that stuff, one of you guys that's really good, we're looking for a mod for the Discord. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and let's get back into this real important story right here.
And so, Karen, you learned about this press conference late tonight, and you were also in the room as we heard from the mayor. What can you tell us about some of these findings tonight? Well, there's a lot going on with this. Yes, I learned probably late this afternoon that this was likely going to happen. Let me start with what happened today. The mayor says he received the final report on this investigation late today. He met with the chief, told him, based on the findings of this investigation, he could be disciplined up to being discharged or fired. At that point, the chief said he would resign from his position, and the mayor accepted that resignation. Now let's talk about the findings. It comes from an allegation that the chief had a sexual relationship with a subordinate. To be clear, that was not substantiated. What was substantiated is that the chief possibly or likely interfered with the investigation into that claim. I did make a data request and got the information, not only the disciplinary letter from the mayor to the chief, but also the accompanying investigative report. I'm going to read a line from the.
So now we're talking about the chief of police here.
From it, it's the conclusion. It says that the investigator has determined that there is sufficient evidence to substantiate the allegation that Chief O'Hara interfered in the original investigation.
That's right, AKA transferred songwriter. They're just gonna move him to another place.
And by knowingly and intentionally deleting data on his city-issued cell phone. There is also sufficient evidence to substantiate the allegation that Chief O'Hara interfered in the original investigation by discussing it with at least one city employee in the convention of he explicitly was told not to discuss the case.
So why is he doing all of that if he's not guilty?
But apparently he did. Now, this is all coming after he was just renominated by the mayor to be chief again. That was a few weeks ago. The mayor said, well, he didn't know the findings were going to come in and this is what they were going to say.
That shows how good the administration knows and paying attention to what's going on out there, huh?
But if we remember correctly, there were like 30 investigations or complaints against the chief. And I was told just a few minutes ago that 17 of those are still open. And even though the chief has resigned, they will still be investigated. So there's a lot that's still unraveling with this, but 17 of these are still open. I'm also told that while the chief has resigned, it's not exactly official because he is also on investigatory leave. So these are kind of overlapping at this point, and there's been no, the mayor has accepted.
And I guarantee you, he's still getting paid right now while all of this is going on, still receiving money from the taxpayers, even though he's doing crooked, crazy stuff like this. You guys, what are we doing out here? We got the police doing the same thing that the criminals are doing, huh? And then when they get caught, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Or what happens is they get shipped to the next state over, next city over. Oh yes, I've got rank. Yeah, they put them right in another position where nobody knows them at. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. And I actually have to go to this part of the borough, this part of the city today, you guys. Pray for me. Because like I always tell you, anytime you go to Brooklyn's in the house, you better have a pass before you cross that bridge. Welcome to Brooklyn. Put your lighters up. Yeah, y'all. When you go to Brooklyn, you better have a pass. I'm not playing. Put that jewelry up. Put that money in your sock, even though they know that trick. Let's keep on moving forward because this is not a funny one here. Wanted to warm you guys up for a bad situation here that sucks, and I do not like reporting stuff like this, especially when it comes to one of our youth. And I could just imagine the bad things that I did when I was a child that could have got me hurt, could have took me out to the point where my mom would have probably been crying as well. So when I hear about things like this and the age of a child that lost his life about when something like this happens, it's no longer a joke. It's nothing funny at all, and it's very sad. Got a situation where a Brooklyn community is now mourning a teen that was killed while subway surfing. I think he's about 16 years old, not even 16 years old, 14 years old. Community is mourning him as he was surfing on the J train.
Memorial with candles, stuffed animals, and written messages, all for 14-year-old Akai Butler. His tragic death, too much to bear for his family and neighbors. This neighbor was overwhelmed thinking about how he died. I'm so sorry. I'm Nicole from Pix 11 News. And while Butler's parents were too distraught to talk, LaShawn Chang tells Pix 11 News she helped raise Butler. He just made a mistake. She says he was loved by many, a good kid who had his whole life ahead of him. Very intelligent young man, definitely going places, a young entrepreneur, if you will. It was just a tragic accident, and we love him so much. I love him. I just spoke to him maybe like 4 days ago. I was on my bike, and he says, Auntie Sean, can I have your bike when you're finished with us ashore? Police say Friday evening.
Surfing on the top of the trains, you guys, surfing.
Butler died after falling off a train while subway surfing over the Williamsburg Bridge. He was found unconscious near the J and M lines. Subway surfing continues to be a dangerous trend, fueled in some cases by social media. A statement from the New York City Transit president says in part, "This is heartbreaking, and knowing that riding outside trains is going to end tragically, it's incomprehensible. I'm imploring families, friends, teachers, and others coming into contact with teens engaging in these suicidal stunts to get them to stop." And I feel like also that the MTA, they have cameras up, and I feel like if you know that the kids are subway surfing, that they should put more provisions inside the trains themselves.
So what they did was they added like those like the pool cones, the pool things, and they put them on the top of some trains so that even when they bounce together that they won't be able to go that far. But they have not put those rubber things on the top of all of the trains. I know that they have not done that yet. But meanwhile, they're still charging you an arm and a leg to get on the train. Why haven't all of these preventive measures been made since they make so much more money on the trains now? I don't get it.
This neighbor says it's a message he wished would have gotten through to Butler. And I told him, I said, this stunt is a negative stunt. Don't do it. While Butler family is mourning his death, the family of another teen, an 18-year-old who also fell from that same train, is praying for a miracle. Right now, he is in critical condition at an area hospital. In Brooklyn, Nicole Johnson, Pix 11 News.
Maybe we got to show them these videos to get them to stop doing it. Maybe these are the videos that they need to start showing. Maybe that's why. Thank you so much, Demelian Green. Who's that? Who's that? Darnell Green 2026, best news live in the country. Really appreciate you guys. No parents, parents need to start assuming responsibility. Behavior starts at home. 14 years old, yes, yes. Pray for the children, for the lives, and for the souls, and for the families. And yes, if they're taking all of that money to get to do all of this congestive pricing and stuff, when those rubber braces are actually working on those other trains, why haven't they just covered all the tops of all of the trains to make sure that they can't get up there? Can't get up there, you can't surf. Want to pray for them. Want to pray for all of the children. And please try to show your children as much as possible, especially when they get to this age. Might not even be subway surfing. It could be D-rugs or something else. Please educate them and just stay in their lives and let them get to a point where they can actually talk to you. Let's pray for that. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Another one, another sad one. This one is Dana Winger. This one is a woman who's 56 years old, and she was wounded by an umbrella over the holiday weekend. That's right, you guys. We got to get on over to Lake Marion. Umbrella, out of nowhere because of the high winds of Lake Marion, just took an umbrella, went right into her, and She never recuperated after this situation, you guys. A terrible situation that happened on Lake Marion. I always worry about traffic signs, always worry about construction signs, because when that wind blows, those projective objects are like, yeah, can impale someone. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Tonight, the Clarendon County coroner identifying the woman who died at Lake Marion after an umbrella struck her. Yeah, 56-year-old Dana Weinger of Puget died after suffering a neck injury. News 19's Megan Dowshis has more on what officials are now calling a tragic accident.
Unusual. This is not an everyday occurrence. Is it just one of those tragic things that happen?
A night out at Driftwood Grill on Lake Marion turned deadly Saturday, just after 7:30, when Clarendon County Dispatch got a call that a woman was unresponsive after being struck by a flying umbrella during sudden strong winds.
Get those likes up, y'all.
When responders arrived, they found 56-year-old Dana Weiner with injuries to her head and neck. EMS worked to save her life on scene, but the coroner says she could not be revived. The restaurant, Driftwood Grill, home of the Lazy Gator, sits near Palmetto Shores Campground on Lake Marion. Clarendon County Coroner Jacqueline Blackwell says strong wind gusts were reported at the time and is now working with emergency managers to review official weather data from Saturday night.
It was a strong wind, like a microburst that came through and knocked not just the umbrella, it knocked all of the furniture and other debris came onto the where they were sitting.
News 19's weather team says wind measuring devices did not pick up any significant winds around that time. Investigators say Winger was at the restaurant with her husband and other family members when it happened.
You know, it was very emotional for him. I spoke with the owners of the restaurant, and they said other family members were gathered there as well. They were there eating, dining. They had a large crowd, she said.
News 19 spoke with restaurant owners today who did not want to speak out of respect for the family, but did mention grief counseling has been offered to staff, family, and the community. In a post online, they shared, out of respect for the family and those impacted, we ask for continued prayers, compassion, and privacy during this incredibly difficult time. Reporting in Clarendon County, Megan Dowshis, News 19, WLTX.
Sad situation right there. She just thought that she was going out to have dinner with her husband, and she's no longer alive, you guys. They said it was an impalement situation as well, and that was like the grand opening of this place, location. Want to pray for her, want to pray for her family. Anyone who was affected by it that saw that is probably not going to be able to get right over it. And yeah, they said that a lot of the debris just came into the area that they were at. Be careful on the beaches this summer, you guys. Be careful in certain areas where high winds pick up fast, and pray to your God, because you never know what happens. And I just want them to know that we love you here and we thank you for every time you can save, and whenever you do have to step in, you guys. I mean, Lord, we know that you're doing what you have to do. Want to pray for the family, the husband who's totally distraught after this tragedy. Anybody affected, amen. Because the husband, they said he was just like couldn't even contain himself. Like, think about it, taking your wife to dinner, something like this happens. It's crazy. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to Berlin. Where's Berlin? I'm not talking about like Germany over there overseas. Berlin. That's a really good question. I never knew about this place called Berlin. If anybody can tell me where Berlin is at, you'll be able to help me out with this story here as a fantastic co-host. Check this out. This may be, you guys, the situation why, when you in the beginning, you guys said that the parents are even worse than the kids. Here we have 3 men. Is that the Midwest or Wisconsin? In Ohio? I don't know. Is it Ohio? Possibly. Not the one in Germany, because I don't think there's too many black people in this Berlin. That's why I'm asking the question. This is one of those newscasts. I want to bring you guys in on the stuff that I got to deal with. Where the people in the damn news are so used to people thinking that they know where they at already, that they just say, oh, the north side or west whatever. Can you tell us what state you're in, please? Thank you. But no, Berlin is what I got hit with. So I don't know. I'm sorry. So maybe it's Berlin, Ohio, where you saying. I appreciate it. But we got a situation over here where maybe you guys can correct me like I said, but the parents are even worse than the kids. Here we got 3 men who's been arrested, locked up. Watch your head. And I hope they get out, because guess what? They need to do some learning before they children. Now, how you expect to teach the kids and you having fights right in front of them. And I'm talking about all out fist brawl fights in Berlin. These parents are going into the point where, and they right in front of the kids at the basketball game, in the stadium, inside the schoolyard. Check this out, you guys. We got a situation here where we have 3 men who've been arrested for fighting at a youth basketball game in Berlin. Now, there's some things that you want to argue about, but putting hands on somebody and think, you got to think about the other children because they're going to be scared and they're going to be worrying about their parent. You don't do that. Well, that's the parents and the coaches.
It was for a disturbing video of a fight at a youth basketball game. And it wasn't the kids fighting, no, it was their parents. In fact, it actually got so ugly that 3 men were arrested.
This is happening too much. The basketball brawl was in Berlin over the weekend. That's where we find your reporter, Dylan Fearon, live to explain exactly what happened. Dylan.
Well, Roger, Sam, very disturbing. Good afternoon to everybody. This happened at Vale Co-op here in Berlin. It's an indoor sports complex and community center. And luckily, guys, no one had to go to the hospital. Instead of watching the players exchange handshakes at the end of the game, fans were forced to watch adults exchange haymakers. The young kids are stunned as men fight each other in the middle of a youth basketball game. The official keeps blowing his whistle, but the men keep punching and tackling. The fight eventually stopped, but not before several people called 911. Police rushed down, watched video of the brawl, and arrested 3 men, all in their 30s and 40s, charged with second-degree breach of peace. Now, parents and grandparents in Berlin are stunned. Disappointed kids had to watch it all up close.
It's sad that this is happening, you know. The parents and coaches should be like example for the kids, not, you know, this was not an example.
It's kind of just sad to see. Right, I remember playing youth sports, everyone's friends, you're just there to have a good time. And now parents are kind of just taking it and making it their own about them. And it's just sad to see your son or something like that trying to play a game, have fun, and you're just ruining it for everyone else.
Now, Roger and Sam, the courts are closed today around the state for Memorial Day, but tomorrow we should have a much better idea of why this happened and what led up to it.
That means whoever got locked up tonight, they were spending the night there until they had to see the judge the next morning. Wasn't no night court for them. Boom, 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 boom. They wasn't getting no night court. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Parents, come on now. Y'all got to act better than that and be better role models and give us a product. We asking them to give us a product to deal with when look at themselves. Come on, Liberty and Justice says become a part of our bottom line fam. Your name will look great in green. That's right, you guys. It'll look really good in green. Go ahead and get one of those memberships, and also hit that notification bell to let everybody know when to let you know when we're on. Also, hit that like button. Not a like button, but all you got to do is double tap the screen to get those likes up. Gets more people over here to see crazy stories and stuff like that. Also, my antics as well. Let's keep on moving forward to Florida, where they never fail. You know how we do it. We got to get on over to Florida. We got a teen who's been sentenced to 25 years, to life for the loss of life for a 15-year-old girl. 15 years old. Sad situation right here, you guys. It's a sad one. I don't have a lot of this right here, but I did want you guys to see what's going on with this. Do I have this right here? No, I don't think I kept that one right there, but I did want to bring it in. So let me see something real quick, because I know it's up here. I do want to bring this in. Where is it right here? Do we have it? 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 Nope, gotta skip it, gotta keep going. I think, you know why I don't have it, to be honest with you guys? It was so long and there was no like breaks. It was just like sitting there talking about it. So when they edit it, I'll bring it back up. And I do want to show you guys that Florida teen that was 25, sentenced to 25 years. But you know how the show must go sometimes. We got to keep on going. And yeah, we got to get on over to Baltimore, Maryland. Well, lawmakers are moved to curb travel scams after a couple's trip turns deadly. Sad situation here, you guys. Make sure that you don't get scammed. There's a lot of companies out here that's scamming you for money, scamming you for your identity, but they're also scamming you acting like they're travel agencies. And then the next thing you know, you get out somewhere and it's, what was that name of that place that Martin and Pam and Gina went to with the crazy dog, sort of a raccoon? You might wind up going to a place like that. I forgot the name of that island, that crazy island. Yeah, this one right here is not a joke because somebody lost their life when it came down to this. But be careful when you're getting the trip. Try to at least make it through a real place, like, you know, a real travel agency is what I'm trying to say. Credible. Not Chilligan's Island. That's right, not Chilligan's. Come on.
A Maryland couple's journey to a once-in-a-lifetime trip turned deadly after they say the travel agency they used turned out to be a scam.
Yeah, and now Maryland lawmakers are hoping they can prevent their heartbreaking story from repeating itself. Let's get straight out live to 7 News reporter Leanna Golden with the new legislation expected to be signed today. Leanna, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Adam and Adriana. This is a really sad and sudden situation that we covered back in 2024. And now 2 years later, we are looking at a new law hoping to fill the gaps left behind by fraudulent companies like this one that the couple used. Now, a Bowie woman spoke to us about her parents who died in 2024 after completing the Hajj pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia due to extreme heat. But it turns out the travel company they used was, quote, not in good standing with the state, according to state data at that time. Now, the new bill headed to Governor Westmore's desk today is a consumer protection law that mandates Maryland travel agencies be registered and insured in the state of Maryland, closing the loopholes that allowed this.
They lost their lives going out there trying to go on a vacation with each other. Nothing funny at all, you guys. That's why the least thing you could try to do is cut corners and save a little bit of money. Go with a reputable and a credible company to book something overseas in another country.
This company to fail the Worry family and others.
Once they got to Saudi Arabia, they realized that the travel agency that they had used may have been fraudulent, or just a scam and stealing money, because a lot of the things that they were promised weren't provided.
Now you can search a business license status ahead of the trip to try to avoid falling into these traps, which can unfortunately be deadly.
Thank you, G-Man.
At WJLA.com. For now, reporting live, I'm Leon Golden, 7 News.
Yeah,
A Maryland couple.
it was 2024, you guys, but yes, they lost their lives out there on that trip. So yes, I'm hoping that the daughter gets the closure. It had closure since then. And again, you guys, I tell you about things like this because a lot of us like to take these foreign trips and like to go places. But guess what? Always saving $1 here and there is not always a good thing. Sometimes going premium with the reputable people will actually be a good thing. Amen. Let's keep on going because now we got one that lost their life and 5 vehicle crash on I-70. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy, and thank you so much, G-Man, for showing some love. Y'all battling right now. G-Man, you just got called out by Jordan Dowdy right there, just to let you know. Jordan ain't taking that lion down. Oh, and guess what I found? I'm glad that it happened. I'm going to slip in right now and show you. I want you to see this guy's face. Then we're going to come back. This is the video that I owe you guys. I see it in the kitty over here. I see it in the click. I'm going to go back over here and get this teen that was sentenced to 25 years for the 15-year-old girl's life. This is him right here. I see him over here. But like I said, the video is 19 minutes long, but I do owe you guys some of it. So let's go.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. All right, we're here for the state of Florida versus Christopher Horn, 24 CF 356. Mr. Horn, who's present. We're here for sentencing. Is the state ready and defense ready? Are the state and defense ready for sentencing today? Yes, Judge. Okay.
Got 25 years to life.
for sentencing, to impose sentencing pursuant to a plea agreement that the state made with Christopher Horn Jr. We do have victim impact, so I don't know if you want to go ahead and sentence through the victim impact first.
Victim impact.
Yes. Miss Christine Wright.
It says for the record, Matthew Hyder on behalf of Christopher Horn. Thank you very much.
They don't think about the nonsense that they do when they're outside playing around with it, acting like they gangster. Yeah.
Or do you want her to stand in the middle or to sit in the witness box?
Wherever you feel more comfortable.
Your Honor, wherever you prefer to have me.
It's up to you, wherever you're more comfortable.
I'm more comfortable.
Ready to swear firm testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right.
If you could just introduce yourself to the court.
Hi, yes, my name is Christine Wright. I am the mother of Emma Wright.
And was Emma Wright one of the victims in this case?
Yes, she was.
Have you prepared a statement you'd like to read to the court?
Yes, I have.
You may go ahead.
Thank you. Your Honor, the lives of 3 families changed forever the night of March 17th, 2024. When our daughters went to the movies to watch Bob Marley's One Love. Excuse me.
She said when her daughters, all 3 of them, went to the movies to see Bob Marley's One Love.
What should have been a fun night for these girls became a nightmare that none of us will ever forget. After leaving the theater, the girls were walking to McDonald's when they were attacked at gunpoint. During the attack, Kayla was shot and later died. Since that night, our lives have never been the same. My daughter lost not only her sense of safety, but also a part of herself.
Just saying, Jordan, I know how you get down.
She was no longer allowed to go out unless I approved who she was going with, where they were going, and who was driving. She could not ride her bike or walk around our neighborhood, something that she enjoyed and did regularly. Simple freedoms that most young people take for granted disappeared overnight. It was months before I let her have more freedom to go out with her friends. For more than 2 years, she could not even bring herself to return to the Marquee movie theater because the memories were just too painful. She and I just recently went to see Billie Eilish's movie at that theater.
I want you to see a little bit of the people that's in the well. Some people that's in the well down there. When you say the well, that's the family members and how other people are taking this. Some people and victims need to look at stuff like this.
With their families.
Pay attention to this one lady right here. That's a mother right there. Another mother right there. That's another mother right there.
763 days credit that'll be applied to that sentence. Yeah, 30 days to appeal the jurisdiction of the court or legality of that sentence. I think, yeah, they already did that when you planned it.
Statement be.
It could have damaged the trauma.
Judge, that's all the victim impact we have. I know the defendant has prepared a statement.
Absolutely. Okay.
I just want to say to the family in the bed, I'm deeply sorry for the role I played in your loss and death. I'm deeply sorry to the victims for bringing this pain and trauma upon you. I know sorry a trillion times will never be enough. I hope for forgiveness, but I'm not seeking it could have damaged the trauma. Happy home broken after this tragedy. I can't relate being your footsteps, but I can view from sitting on the bleachers. I just wish they never had to end with kids losing their lives so young and innocent. I want to send my condolences to the mother, father, siblings, and other family members and victims, everyone that's affected.
So the sentencing, and additionally, Judge, there's no minimum mandatory associated with this 25 years.
Okay, and the minimum prison sentence on the punch bits where she indicates 329.25 months.
So they want him for the 25 years, and they're going to run the robberies and all of the other things that he did consecutive with the charges. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. And that's what they get. This is what you need to show the up-and-coming criminals, what they going to get. He don't look so gangster right now, do he? He tried to put them glasses on and try to look a little bit innocent, don't he? 25 years to life. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Baltimore, Maryland, where lawmakers are moving to curb. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump that one in there real quick. I did the I-70 already. No, I didn't do the I-70. Another serious situation right here where people on the headlines, 5 vehicles crash on I-70. Yeah, let's go. Got to keep on moving forward. You guys, a 5-vehicle crash. Is that the one? Or is this the one? No, you know what? How about we do something like this and switch this up? Because, we did win the finals, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like the Knicks. So we're going to get rid of all that crazy stuff right there. We're going to calm down a little bit. But to all my Knicks fans, congratulations, guys. Congratulations to you because your guys made it. They made it. So yeah, go ahead, accept the award. We got Patrick Ewing and a couple of people out here right now. It's giving out the award for the finals for the league. What is it? The Nationals. What side did you guys win? 'Cause I don't watch basketball.
Fans, now for the presentation.
Being honest with you.
2026 NBA Eastern Conference Finals trophies. Please welcome ESPN's Lisa Salters.
They haven't won the championship since the '76. So I'm sorry. I have not been a Knicks fan for a long time.
Thank you. The Eastern Conference Championship Trophy is named after one of the
Okay, Eastern Conference champions. Okay.
greatest NBA players of all time, Bob Cousy. Here to present the Bob Cousy Trophy to the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks are 2 Knicks legends, 2-time champion and Hall of Famer Walt Clyde Frazier, and Hall of Famer and Knicks all-time leading scorer Patrick Ewing.
Now it's the finals. Now they got to play against the champs. I mean, they got to play. They got to play the finals now. So yes, they won the East. They won the East. They won the East, you guys. I can't even believe it. I mean, it's been so long. It's like people like this, like for real. I mean, for real. Do you think they really have a chance to actually win the whole chip, the whole thing? I don't know. I mean, we haven't been paying attention for a long time, so we don't know. I don't watch basketball at all. That was for my basketball guys right there. But we got to get on over to China because it's already. Wait a minute, is that China? If you find the starting to computer potential dangers of humanoid, no, we're talking about humanoid robots. How scared or how important do you guys think having some sort of a, let's say, breaker switch, some sort of a automatic shut off, something like that when it comes down to humanoid robots? What do you guys feel about that? Do you think that there's a possibility where humanoid robots can take over the world? I'll tell you one thing, there's something that nobody's been paying attention to. Certain companies, DJI, TikTok before the trade, and many other companies, ByteDance, and all of these companies, they're owned by China. And you know what China loves to do to the United States? We've already just talked about it probably last month. Trump made an announcement about it. He said, we always spy on each other. Do you guys know that when you buy a drone from a Chinese company, they go up into the air and they do what's called mapping? That means that they get the whole logistics and the whole, not the logistics, but they get the whole radius of everything in the area in which you're flying them over. Where do you think that information is possibly going back to? Who do you think possibly has access to that information? What about robots now? As they move around your home, as they're walking around the country, and as they're moving around our land, they're going to be able to get real definitive maps of where we live at and what's going on. They can even stare at your computer and possibly download information. But you think they just standing there. Now, what if you got one of those robots in the wrong place downloading information like this, and it's going, now you guys follow me. Let's get into it, you guys. It ain't as easy and it's not as regular as you think. Most of the information that's downloaded goes up to certain websites, and guess who has access to it? China.
Meet Ed. Hi, Ed. Okay. Ed is a Unitree G1 humanoid robot, one of the first models available to the public. Whether they're running marathons, catching flights, Bebop travels the country for work, making news headlines.
You're convinced this robot is going to be able to help in the family.
You guys are looking at it like, oh, the robot's just here to help. Oh, the robot is this, the robot is that. Y'all not paying attention to the mapping part. Every single step is being documented. Every logistic, every location around them can go back to our enemy. Anybody worried about that part? Anybody?
Oh,
Or taking an afternoon stroll. Robots like Ed found rock trout.
yeah.
This is what Ed
We don't own DJI and go look where all the information gets uploaded to and who owns DJI.
sees.
And DJI owns drones.
He's watching and listening, mapping where he is, recording interactions, and sending it all to the company that made him.
Ed has a LiDAR, so what it means, when it walks around, it learns about the environment. It sees everything, it records it. Second, it has eyes, cameras, it has microphones, so it hears everything. And it is sending information that is seeing, recording back to the
Yeah, you're right, John.
Which is in China.
which is in China, yes.
China has a long history spying on the United States using a combination of cyber attacks, intellectual property theft, human spies, and building backdoors into communication and computer products. So
That's why they don't tell you guys to take any devices or anything like that on the planes when they came back, because they build computer devices with back doors to get content, to get information.
Chinese firms to the U.S. market.
Under Chinese law, the government could have access to information robots like Ed are collecting. To better understand Chinese-made humanoid robots, security expert Ivan Sirini ordered one, dissected, and studied its capabilities.
What does it do? What kind of data it collects? Where does it send it to? What kind of risks there are? That's what we wanted to really find out.
Sirini and his team are sharing their findings exclusively with ABC News.
It's fun to play with Ed as long as we have control over him.
Can someone take control of the robot without us knowing?
Yes, definitely, it can be hacked.
It sounds like something out of science fiction or the Terminator.
It definitely can be hacked. Did you hear him?
Or, I don't know, weaponized Ed does not sound like a friendly robot.
Yeah, now imagine that human robots knowing how to pick up a gun or a knife or any other weapon or an object and turn it into a weapon. It's definitely a concern. I don't want to scare anyone from human and robots.
Too late.
My bad.
Yeah, okay. You don't want to scare anybody, but yeah, my bad, all right. All right, you guys, whatever, Skynet. Yes, that's not really how electronics works, says Frederick. Okay, Frederick, definition of artificial intelligence or alien intelligence. One of the toys I got off Temu actually had a warning on it. I wish we could post pics on the comments. Take a picture of it and put it in the Discord. And you, Just Shay, are you a member of the Our Bottom Line Discord? Go download something that looks like a key, remote control. It looks like a PlayStation remote, and it's called Discord. It's another app. And when you join it, go to Our Bottom Line, and we'll invite you over. And you'll be able to put up information and photos like that. That's why we got family members that are part of the Discord, so we can keep this chat going. And we also have an Instagram page too, Our Bottom Line. Also an X page, Our Bottom Line, spelt the same way. You guys, it's time for a nice delicacy, a nice treat. For everyone that stayed here, I'm so proud of you because you deserve what you're about to get right now. I'm talking about something that you're not even going to believe that you were able to make. I guarantee you, I'm going to bet at least about 20 people. If there's 100 here, 20 people are probably going to run out and buy this for themselves right now. Why? Because you can make them at home. Anybody. Do you like ice cream? Bzz. Do you like fruit bars? Bzz. Do you like smoothies? Bzz. Do you like health conscious food that you can make yourself? Well, guess what? I'm not even going to play around with you guys right now. We've never done this, and it's time. I'm talking about let's cook together. We're always talking about going to get certain things and how to make something. How about you guys learn this recipe? And guess what? This recipe is so easy. You don't even have to write it down. Y'all ready? Let's go. I make the most delicious ice cream smoothies from fruit popsicles. Only 3 ingredients. Are you guys ready? This is the health and wellness section of Our Bottom Line. Get them! Let's go. It's time to get it, you guys. And I'm so happy that I was able to find this because you guys ain't gonna believe it. I'm gonna leave up the subtitles, but trust me, when you guys see the results of these here, you're gonna love it. And you guys probably have these things in your house right now and the items to mix them up. Let's go. I make the most delicious ice cream smoothies. That's the name of the video. I make the most delicious ice cream smoothies in the world. And this is a real fruit popsicles with only 3 ingredients. We're going to get into it, you guys. Here we go. Best food here. That's the channel. After it's over, we'll subscribe and we're going to keep it moving. But you know what? I said to myself, I keep on telling them what they can't eat and they can't have certain snacks. How about cheat day? What do they get to have on cheat day? And this isn't even for cheat day. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. I'm so happy I found this here for us. I am proud. I wish I could turn off the subtitles, but I can't. So you know what? I'm going to let them stay right there. And this is us. Let's go. Now, this is made without ice cream, a maker, and it's without sugar, and it's better than store-bought. Let's go. 6 bananas, instead of wasting them and waiting until they go brown, just watch. Just watch. No sugar. No sugar. We don't eat sugar. We don't play that game around here, Frederick. No sugar. We do not eat sugar. We use monk fruit sugar. No, I don't know. Everybody can do this. Every one of you. You're going to look at your bananas much different after this. This way you chop them up before they go brown and use them, right? Come on, pay attention. Chopping board to the plate. Trust me, you guys, stick with me on this. Stick with me. You're going to be hungry by the second one, if you're not already. Chop them up nice and diced, nice separates, right? Lay them out on the plate, right? Okay. Didn't even really have to do that, but okay. Just want you guys to see what it was. So now we go to the kiwi. You know why I like the kiwi? Because of the inside with the pits. Whatever you add it to is going to have those little kiwi pits in it, and it's actually good for you. Stick in there with us, you guys. Stick in there with us. Trust me, you're going to love what happens. Trust me, pay attention. Watch this. As you know, all of our health and wellness videos can be found on the Discord, Our Bottom Line Discord. This video, along with all of our others, will be there so that you can learn these tricks and learn certain things on how to eat fresh and eat good food. And after you guys see what comes together with this, you're gonna love it. So we spread these out as well. Be patient, because it's gonna pay off in the long run. Trust me, guys, trust me. I like those little pits right there, those little seeds. And you also know that you can replant those, right? You definitely can. You can take those seeds out and replant them. Now you freeze the seeds and you freeze the bananas. We got one more to cut up. I think we're gonna do some. Now you see it a little bit frozen? They're a little bit frozen, right? Now you could go to the dollar store and get them, but I think this is a little more fun doing it yourself. Stick with me, you guys. Come on. Now we put in the kiwi into the food processor, right? Now we put in the frozen, slightly frozen bananas, right? Just a half of it, not even all of them, not all of them, just part of it. And now you take half a lemon, squeeze it on in there. Right, that's to get that flavor and that bite. Trust me, stay with me on this. Now we go ahead and blend that up. The consistency that we're going for is that of yogurt. The consistency that we're going for is that of yogurt. Let's keep on going. So now we got banana, kiwi with a hint of lemon, and they're frozen. Now check this out. Let's go for the consistency here. Like yogurt, right? Okay, good. Just so you guys can see, it's like yogurt, right? This is the fun part. Y'all gonna love this part. This is the fun part for us during the summer. I'm gonna buy me one. I'm gonna buy me this. Right today on Amazon. That's right. I didn't even know they had these for sale. What's up, y'all? I ain't put me on to this. What's up? So now they're mixing it in there. They're making their own popsicles. And look how good it looks. Woo, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. And you know what you put in there because you put it in there yourself. And you get those little bits and those little bites from that kiwi. Ooh, that's, woo, imagine that taste with that little bit of lemon and no sugar because you didn't need it. Now clean in between the lines so that it don't go too crazy. Somebody said, I'm too impatient to wait. They're going to start eating it, right? Look at Colessive talking about she's too impatient to wait. Take your time, you guys. Take your time. Now you clean it up, separate. Now you got your own fruit bars that you're going to make, put the molds in the freezer. But you know, you want to show off and make them look a little professional. So yeah, got to clean up the little outside. Now we do another flavor. We do raspberry, strawberries, bananas. I'm sorry, strawberry banana. And add the other half with lemon. And let's go ahead with the strawberry banana this time. Let's go. And you know what you're mixing. Ain't that the dope part? You can put peanuts in there. All types of stuff. Protein, now that's what we can start doing. The consistency has to be that of like yogurt. That's right. Colessive says she wouldn't make it past this part. Once you taste it, right, Colessive? Monk sugar is perfect. Yes, monk sugar is good. That's a nice little tart taste right there. Yeah, a tart one there. That's right, Jeffrey. Somebody said it wouldn't make it to the freezer. Now, how many of you guys here would make this? How easy is this for any one of us to make? I ain't talking about putting no tequila in there. Now, stop that, Teddy. I know you ain't saying that. I'm just playing, Teddy. It looked good though, right, Liberty? It looked good, right? Like the little strawberry bits in there. Oh, man. And you made them yourself. Somebody said, I already made them. Faye. Now they ready, y'all. Look. This the part where y'all will be like, I ain't sharing with nobody. Look how thick, look how big they are. And you know me being the businessman that I am, can we market this? Put them in some plastic, put our bottom line on it? Could you imagine what they taste like, y'all? I told you y'all was gonna get hungry. Yes, and we're gonna move on to the ice cream some part after this, you guys. This is a delicious segment right here. How many people want to know what the name of this video was? All of a sudden, everybody like, "Yo, Boogotti, you gonna make sure you put that one in the in the in the Discord too?" I'm gonna make sure that that recipe right there is in the Discord as well. What's the name of this video? We got to get all the way back to the beginning, you guys. This is I make the most delicious ice cream in the world. A real fruit popsicle with only 3 ingredients. I make the most delicious ice cream in the world. That's right, you guys. Y'all see what it says. A real fruit popsicle with only 3 ingredients. What you guys think about that? Holy, you're right. I'll be doing this soon. Oh, yes, please. Jeff, good idea. Okay, green tea Sakura. Guess what I'm gonna do? When the show is over, 10 minutes, you guys will be able to go grab this right out of the Discord and be able to look at it yourself. I promise. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I got you. Got you. Because guess what? That wasn't the whole thing. Because I owe you guys. I owe you guys. And we're gonna get right into it. Because I know you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, that was a half a segment right there. Let me give you the other half. I don't forget my promises. Told you guys I was gonna put you guys on to the French fries. I eat them myself. We're gonna run through it real quick. Let's do it. Health and wellness continue. That's right, you guys. Exposing popular fast food French fries. They lied to you. Be careful. Let's go. I'm not playing on this one. We still got some time, so we're going to dive right into it. Let's go. You guys didn't pick this one yesterday, but guess what? We told you we was going to play it again today, so let's do it.
Popular fast food French fries in America and exposing secret ingredients they wish I wasn't going to talk about today. The ingredients are shocking. I will break them all down from best to worst. We begin at McDonald's, and over 1 billion people have had their golden French fries, but many of them do not know the biggest secret of all. See this ingredient right here? Natural beef flavor. My friends, they used to fry these fries in beef tallow up in.
That's why you guys used to love McDonald's French fries so much. Did you have any idea that they used to fry them in natural beef tallow? That's why it used to be like this. That's why it used to be like that. Couldn't make it home in the car. Had to buy an extra thing of fries just to be safe to get home. That's why, right here. But now they don't use that no more. They use the fake stuff that tastes like tallow.
Until the early 90s. Then they said, wait, tallow's expensive. Now we'll use canola, corn, hydrogenated soybean oil, but geez, it doesn't taste as good as it used to. Let's put the flavor of tallow in there.
Sorry to say, you guys, and if you're like lactose intolerant or there's certain things that you do not want to eat, it's in McDonald's. So guess what? You need to read the fine print from now on.
Well, my friends, if you're celiac, if you're gluten-free, you can't have these fries because look, it's a wheat and milk derivative in there. Holy cow. And by the way, I just paid over $4 for my large French fry. Inflation much? 666 ominous siding? I don't know. Let's just try these fries. I haven't had it in years. It's okay. They're not my favorite, to be honest. What is the good, by the way? The good is these are not pre-cooked and fried before they get to the restaurant. They're just blanched, frozen, and sent here. And that is not going to be the case with very popular restaurants later on. So stay around for that. And by the way, hydrogenated soybean oil is a horrific oil that is meant to last very long in that fryer back there. So I'm not very impressed with these golden French fries at all. I'm going to give it a score of 4 out of 10. Next up, we're at Chick-fil-A. This place is doing the business. Look at the line for the drive-thru. Holy cow, and props to them. They're closed on Sunday. They got the old traditional values right. And look at this fry, guys. I don't know. I'm a sucker for a waffle cut fry. You vote now. Are you on team waffle cut, or crinkle cut, or traditional? Waffle all the way. Oh, wow. That's better than McDonald's. Crispy on the outside, fluffy and creamy on the inside. Now,
What do you guys? You like Chick-fil-A fries? Let me know.
unlike McDonald's, they're using a slightly better oil. Mickey D's have the hydrogenated soybean oil. This is just canola, palm, and soy. But
I agree with you. Who said that? I agree with you. Angels Among Us, I don't like them at all myself.
they're doing something tricky that McDonald's is not. They use something called dimethyl polysiloxane. A mouthful to say, my friends, it's an anti-foaming agent, which reminds me of the Cujo movie from the 80s with the rabid foaming dog who was terrible.
They use an anti-foaming agent for their fries.
Fries in the neighborhood. They put it in the fryer to prevent it from foaming and to extend the shelf life of the fries. They say that the government is safe in small quantities. I don't know. I don't really like that, my friends. The good again? They're buying these pre-cooked, yes, but they're only boiled, frozen, and fried once. Here, stick around. That's not true for some big heavy hitters coming up. Flavor's great. Ingredients might be a little bit better than McDonald's. I'm giving the waffle cut fries at Chick-fil-A a 5 out of 10. Next up, we're at Steak and Shake, and I've never been more excited to eat a fast food French fry. And I'm not
They're supposedly have one of the best French fries that I've ever had, to be honest with you. Steak and Shake is actually good on fries.
gonna wait any longer. Whoa, these are good guys. These fries were just cooked in USA Wagyu beef tallow. And look at the ingredient list. It's about as picture perfect as they get. Now, here's the cool thing. Last year, they transitioned to cooking in beef tallow here, but they still bought the fries pre-cooked, fried in seed oil as well. I was emailing the COO, I was doing my homework for these videos. As of January of this year, the potatoes are boiled, frozen, and only cooked in Wagyu tallow. Mind blown, my friends.
To me so far, and throughout the whole segment, I got to give them number one.
The only issue I have is maybe the modified cornstarch is GMO.
Miss
But for
Swanza.
fast food, this is crazy. You get that beefy taste. They're also cooking it in the back with Wisconsin butter. They're using A2 milk, and for their Coca-Cola, they have cane sugar sweetened, not high fructose. Hey, if Steak and Shake can do it, maybe everyone else can do it. This is super duper impressive, my friends. I'm giving Steak and Shake the score of 9 out of 10. Up next, it's Burger King, where you have it your way. The problem is, your way is slightly different than the way they do it at McDonald's.
Now, they tried to get these Burger King fries right at a certain point, but then I was like, nah, can't do it.
And at Chick-fil-A, because these French fries here, unlike those other places, are actually bought pre-cooked in seed oil.
Hey, Angels, remember what you just said. I like seasoned fries, orange ones, LOL. Remember you said that. Remember that, okay? Let's go.
Then frozen, then sent here and dunked in the fat again. How do I know this? Because I know how to read ingredients, my friends. Here's the secret. There's oils at the top, oils at the bottom. That's the sign of double cooking. Naughty, naughty, my friends. And just like McDonald's, they do cook it here in the restaurant in hydrogenated soybean oil. But unlike McDonald's and like at Chick-fil-A, they use the dimethyl polysiloxane, the anti-foaming agent. That being said, they are hefty and they do look pretty good. Let's try it. It's not a bad fry. I'm not gonna lie, but there's almost no salt in here, which is crazy. Usually these fast food places douse the salt on here. So nothing that fantastic, even though I have my crown. I'm gonna give Burger King a score of 3 out of 10.
We're hoping that it's paprika, but most of the time it's not. That's why I'm saying that.
Except we are at Wendy's, and I have to say this is a very depressing looking Wendy's. The LED lights are very, very odd colored. There's a digital fireplace in the corner, even though we're in South Florida. But we continue with our fries, which look kind of.
How many people think it's nasty to dip your fries inside of your Frosty?
Pale. And I have one of these for, oh man, look at this. One of the fries has like a green color on there. It's never a good thing.
They're trying to show you that it's a fresh fry.
We look at Wendy's and it's another one of these things where they buy the fries pre-fried and
Dimethyl polysate, yeah.
They cook it again back there. And once again, you can always see that when there's oil at the top and oil at the bottom. They cook it in the cottonseed oil, which once again is like the most processed industrial oil you can.
Cottonseed oil. Yes, you guys, the same oil that come from the cottonseed, like the shirts that you're wearing, that's one of the worst oils that you can cook anything in. Cottonseed oil? Ugh, industrial oil.
Yet, I guess the good thing is it's not hydrogenated, but in that fryer back there that she was lifting my fries out of, they put that anti-foaming agent, the Cujo agent in there also. What do they taste like? So I don't have high hopes for this one. Oh, she might have even a salt. Wow. That's aggressively salted there, but not as bad as I thought.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Wendy's
say
is salty. Wendy's is salty.
we'll scare that one. I'm gonna finish up the review. So I
Let's
can
get those likes up, y'all. Let's get those likes up.
Score of 3 out of 10. Next up is Five Guys. I'm liking this place a lot.
How many of you guys like Five Guys if you feel like spending $25 for lunch? All you got to do is get some fries, one cheeseburger, and something to drink, probably $25 to $28. Am I lying, you guys? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Who gives free peanuts to their customers while they're waiting for their burgers and fries?
People that know they're about to rip you off at the counter because they got it like that.
Are you in the circus or a fast food joint? I like it. Number 2, I got the small fry here. Look how big this portion is. And then at the end, she dumped another thing on top. I think they're known for that. Correct me if I'm wrong. The potatoes they use are sitting in bags right over there. And my friends, look at the color of these russet fries.
They gonna get their props. He gonna say that.
On the outside.
He gonna say it.
Creamy and fluffy on the inside. And hello, you see what I see? 3 ingredient French fries, which, by the way, before we get to that, look behind me. All the toppings for their burgers, which was being smashed on the griddle and looks so good, are free. Free toppings, free scoops, free peanuts. I'm in heaven here right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Peanut oil. That's it. No MSG, no gums, no flours, no hydrogenated oils. Is peanut oil Bobby approved? No. But for fast food, it's actually way above most. I can get along with that. Should we do a fast food burger review? I think it's just giving me an excuse to come back and eat this burger. But man, this is impressive. Five Guys, you get a score on 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Next up, we go to Shake Shack and their classic crinkle cut fries.
How many of you guys like Shake Shack and their crinkle cut fries? How many of you like them?
Here at the mall. There's something very tricky about these fries, but first I must try them. Wow. Nicely salted, uber crispy on the outside, puffy and fluffy on the inside. Go to the website, guys. You won't find the ingredients. You actually have to chat with customer service, and they sent them over. Not sure why they do that, because the ingredients aren't that bad.
Okay.
Fry in seed oils like canola oil.
A lot of you guys don't like it. What you got? Shake Shack is trash. Nope, Culver's is the best. Never had Shake Shack. Crinkle, when you make them at home or when you get them in school when you're little, never been. You cover everything. That's how we try to do it over here. We love to cover everything. That's right. We make sure.
And soybean oil and a bit of palm oil, but there's no anti-foaming agents. There's no real bad preservatives at all. Now, what they used to do at Shake Shack back in the day is fresh cut and then fry the potatoes here, but the chefs didn't like that they didn't get as crispy as the pre-boiled, frozen, and fried ones in the restaurant, so they went back to those. They're not that bad at all. I did pay.
Yeah, Grandma know how to make those crinkle cuts better than anybody. Remember, you know how when they're really good, when they're crispy on the outside and just the right way in the inside. Oh yeah, those crinkle cuts are good. Y'all right about that.
For a large, which is a little expensive, but they're solid. I'm gonna give Shake Shack a score of 7 out of 10. Before we go on to the next video, if you're still watching at this point and aren't subscribed,
I'm trying to tell them to do the same thing, Jack. I'm trying to tell them to do the same thing. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get more of this content.
what's going on, my friends? Smash that subscribe button. It's the free way to support the channel, and you join the 10 million plus community members who watch multiple videos, both short and long, every single month. And when you subscribe, you will never miss out. Let's go. In case you did not know it, yes, Taco Bell does have French fries, and I'm
Angels, come on over here. You said you like the coloring, right? It ain't paprika. Come here.
Here at 10 a.m., one of the first customers to get these neon-looking electric fries, which have shocking ingredients. I gotta try this because I taste it. Oh man, it's really flavorful, and it's the only one, or one of the only ones on the list that have these 2 ingredients: disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate. My friends, those are MSG's cousins. They put MSG on our fries to make us hooked. MSG's job is to hijack our taste buds to send a signal to our brain.
Just like Doritos.
Yummy, yummy in our tummy, get us addicted to their crappy food. In addition to that, that's a lot of ingredients for nacho fries here. Yes, they're pre-cooked and frozen at the manufacturer, and then frozen again. But cellulose gum, guar gum. Oh my God, look at my notes.
Do you see how big how much ingredients there are there versus French fry versus potatoes, peanut oil, and something and salt? You notice the difference?
With nacho cheese on there. They put natural flavors in there too, and it comes with this hideous looking nacho cheese sauce. Let's just, oh, that tastes like the stuff you get the baseball kid when you were growing up. That's disgusting. I'm not gonna do it, but this nasty fry and that nasty looking cheese sauce, my friends, this is the lowest score we can give to a fast food French fry at Taco Bell. It's a 1 out of 10. My gosh, I used to say run for the border. I don't think I say that anymore. Run away from these as fast as you can. Before we move on to the next one, we have the appropriate sponsor from this video. It's Seed Probiotic, which you probably need if you're eating a lot of French fries like this. It's Arby's, and this place is popping. I just waited 15 minutes for my fries, and they take the food serious.
Don't sleep on the Arby's fries, I heard you guys.
You see the guy weighing the shaved beef back there on the scale? Very, very respectable. Look at this. A beautiful curly fry here. She looks unbelievable. Oh my God. Let's pull all the fries from my lap. Man. So the good and the bad about this. The bad is they're pre-cooked, once again, at the manufacturer in horrible cottonseed oil. I'm just cooked it here in vegetable oil. The good news is, unlike a place like Taco Bell, the flavor on this is very good. And look, there's no MSG or MSG cousins. And they use enriched wheat flour to bread it and get it crispy. But it actually worked. Because Taco Bell did the same thing, and it didn't work. These are sure respectable. And by the way, I'm braving PTSD coming.
No, I'm not trying to get no cottonseed oil, so I'm gonna pass on this myself. I'm gonna pass on the cottonseed oil.
Here, because my brother ordered me beef and cheddar when I was 12 years old here, and it made me puke like crazy. And I haven't been back inside an Arby's since I was 12 years old, and I'm 48 years old, but I'm doing it for this video. Are the fries good? No, but they're better than Taco Bell. What's the score I'm gonna give? I'm gonna give them a 4. Last but not least, we come to True Food Kitchen, which is seed oil free. I know it's not technically fast food, but I love this spot. We oftentimes come here for lunch on the weekends, and they don't even have a fryer in the kitchen. They buy pre-boiled fries, coat it in avocado oil, olive oil blend, and then put it in an air fryer that has no Teflon. It's made completely of stainless steel, meaning it's non-toxic, and we get these beautiful crispy fries that are
Those look good, right?
Tuscan kale dust and Parmesan cheese. Yummy. They get them really, really crispy, my friends. Super, super impressive. Now, the only possible negative about these fries is they come pre-cooked and oiled. They are coated in a little bit of palm oil from the manufacturer, which is not ideal, but it's not a seed oil. And then the rest of the process here in the store is picture perfect. If you come here, by the way, the fries with the grass-fed burger protein style with a lettuce wrap is my favorite. These are delicious. They're definitely getting a 9 out of 10. So there it is. From best to worst, we investigated all of the fast food French fries, exposed secret ingredients they didn't want you to know, from Wendy's all the way to Steak and Shake to True Food and more. If you want more fast food videos, you let me know. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Now I want to know if you guys agree with him. I don't just want to take it for face value for what he says. Exposing popular fast food fries. They lied to you. And yes, that's Bobby Parrish's channel. Yes, go ahead and join. Hit that join, right? Oh no, we already a member there. That's if you want to pay monthly. We're already subscribed and we already hit the all. Check this out. Bobby Parrish, that's the name of the channel. Exposing popular fast food fries. They lied to you. Want to know, do you guys think that that was a good segment? Do you think it was something that you should try? And do you agree? Liberty and Justice, what's up? I said that, cut the potatoes, put it in the air fryer. You don't have to buy from them. Just don't be lazy and cook your own fried potatoes. That's what Faye said. Yep, Arby's has to be a bad too. McDonald's fries were so good in the 90s. Yeah, Angel's coupons are persuasive. He didn't mention what's that? Auto, whatever, yeast, but whatever. Okay, yep, air fry. That's the best way to do it. Keeping things ever. Dustin, thanks. I was hoping that y'all would get it. Glad to know. Okay, guys, you're staying on point. You're staying on point. You're staying on point. Yeah, someone needs to find the best air fryer out there. I believe that, Colessive, because I brought one. And I feel like that thing broke as soon as I brought it home. As soon as I went to close the door. I mean, I closed the door, boop, and it was like, yeah, they keep slamming it, slamming it. It was one of those CRUX, a crux. I don't know, but it didn't last that long at all. But it did last enough for me to actually be able to use it. But guess what, you guys? That's how we do it over here. And I hope that you got a lot out of our health and wellness segment today. I will promise you to put that link as well as the cream bars, because I know you guys are going to want to make those fruit bars yourself. If you have, but you know what I think? I think you can mentally remember how to make them. A lot of you guys are like, Boogotti, I'm good. I already remember how to make those. You slice the bananas, you freeze them a little bit, then y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. And don't go ahead and mix no alcohol in there, okay? Andrew says mine is going strong for over 5 years. I've been watching YouTube, and the good ones, I'll send something over. Yeah, that's what we got to do. You guys got to join the Discord. This way you can keep up to date on everything that we're doing on the health and wellness section. That's right. And you know we don't get out of here without talking about our furry little friends. Sometimes they're furry, sometimes they're not. But you know what? When you rescue a dog or animal, they respect you and they love you. But you know one thing they also do, Miss Swanza, once they know that they're family, don't they take over your house? Take over your bed, take over the couch. They want to sit on your lap even when they're 2 years old and think they still a puppy. Yeah, let me just scooch on over here. Let me just scooch. And you don't really want to tell them no because that's still your baby. You know what I'm talking about, right? How about this? How about when you bring them to work and they take over your work? This is a rescue dog right here that was found, and ever since her owner, she couldn't leave her home because she whined too much. So she brought her to work, and guess what? She took over the job. Just how dogs do. Come on, y'all, let's go. So that's supposed to be the boss, but he calls her the boss ever since she took over.
I know you're here. If you hear someone yelling in the office, it's probably Willie. He even yells at the boss. This is the story of Willie, a dog who was used for fighting, found old and worn down, and somehow ended up becoming the boss of an office. Willie was rescued by the police from a dog fighting situation. After that, he was taken to a shelter. But because he was older and covered in scars, no one wanted to adopt him. He never showed any aggression toward people, but once people heard about his past, they assumed he might be dangerous. The truth is, Willie wasn't aggressive. He just didn't trust people. When I heard his story, it really hit me.
I like
I drove 2 hours just to meet him. And when I saw him, the only thing I felt was sadness. He looked so defeated. And I just knew he deserved to be happy, so I adopted him. I just didn't know at the time that I was basically adopting my future boss. When we got home, I quickly realized he had severe separation anxiety. If you left him alone, he would bark nonstop or completely destroy the room. He would even chew on doors. So I started bringing him to work with me every day, and that's when everything changed. Everyone in the office loves animals. They all care about rescue dogs, and Willie felt that right away. Now, he basically gets whatever he wants. He yells, demands attention, asks for treats, and no one can say no to him. You want that? Okay, for you. Bye-bye. He's become the loudest employee in the office. He talks to people, calls for attention, and makes sure everyone notices him.
Probably the best place to work, right? Was with Willie.
He gets along with everyone, and since everyone loves dogs, we've never had any issues. But he definitely has a special attitude toward the boss. He talks to him the most. Honestly, sometimes I feel like he's complaining about us to him. At this point, my boss even jokes that Willie is the boss now. Sometimes, if he wants attention,
He'll literally force himself under someone's desk until they pet him. He's completely obsessed with attention. And if one person isn't giving him enough, he just moves on to the next. And if that still doesn't work, he walks straight into the boss's office. On top of all that, he's one of the gentlest dogs you'll ever meet. He's so soft with everyone. Even our vet says, I can open his mouth and check everything, and he doesn't react at all. I've never seen a dog like this. If you enjoyed Willie's story, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. And please don't overlook dogs just because they're old, injured, or not perfect. Every dog is a treasure.
There you go, Willie. That's a good one right there. We love dogs over here. We don't play around when it comes to the animals, y'all. Y'all know we love the animals over here. We wouldn't be our bottom line if we didn't love the animals. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But guess what's coming up real soon? As of today, we're going to look at locations, you guys. That's right. We're going to look at locations. So if anybody's in the tri-state area, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, guess what's coming up for real? I remember when I first made this up, it used to be just a poster. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This poster is real old, right? Real beat up, real messed up. And sometimes people are like, yo, does he really do that thing? Yeah, he really do. And you know what? I made this up. This was an idea. I said, you know what, guys? Let me see if I can make you guys a promo up. And the next thing you know, it started taking off. It's the Show Your talent search. And we've been doing it for about a year now. Got a couple of people that actually walked away with some earnings, but we never really had a chance to really close it all up. But now, since we got the right people, got the right locations, and the right crowd, what we're going to do now is bring it back again and keep it going so that we get a real winner for the Show Your talent search. We want to give away $250 in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. So that means if you got talent and you in those 5 boroughs, plus one person here, I don't care if you can sing, backflip, do a wheelie, whatever it is, if it's talent, we want to see it. Because guess what? Boom! You'll be able to make $250. And guess what? After we get everybody from all 5 boroughs, plus one person from here, guess what we're going to do? Put you all against each other so that you can all go for that $1,000 treasure. That's right, 1,000 plus the 250 that you're going to make. I'm just the host. Me and DJ Don Dada used to be one of the Black Ink Crew members. She's now DJ Don Dada. So me and her, we're just the host. These guys right here, those are the guys with the big bucks. Those are the guys that's putting up that dough. That's right. So when you guys win, hopefully whoever wins here will walk away with that $1,000 on top of the 250. You want to be a part of the talent show. Miss Swanza always tells you, all you got to do if you want to get lit, you drink Big Drip. And if you want to be a part of the talent show, you go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's drink Big Drip, 2 G's and 2 P's. Go to the first page, put your email address in, and they will keep you updated on where the next competition is going to be. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. To be honest with you, I'd rather go to Brooklyn right now because we haven't been out there yet through the whole competition. We should do Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, Queens, and then Manhattan. We end it all in Manhattan. This way we have a real good location for the finale somewhere in Manhattan. If you guys can make it, that'll be phenomenal. But if not, we're still going to be doing it online. So you guys will still be able to be a part of the Show Your talent search crowd. And if you want to drink Big Drip, go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. But only thing about that is you got to be 21 and older. It is alcoholic. So you know what we're about to do right now? Before we can get out of here, because I got to hit the road. I need to be safe. I want to make sure I make it back safe so I can see you guys tomorrow. I want to get these prayers in the air. I want to pray for myself as well as every single person here. I want to pray for health. I want to pray for good spirits. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for love. I want to definitely pray for love because without that, we don't have a lot of other stuff going on. Also want to pray for consideration. That's when you're thinking about something or someone when they're not even around. That's what I want to do right now. Who are we praying for good health for as well? Want to pray for Winter Rising and Colessive. Got to pray for liberty and justice and Faye. Got to pray for Segra, Rebecca, Lanya, and Bueno, Angels Among Us, Faye. Scott, who's that? Scooter, I see you with your glove. King, be honest. Colessive, thank you so much, Colessive, for always holding it down. Liberty and Justice, Sustin, 8822, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us. Who else we got in here? Miss Keisha. G-Man, what's up, G-Man? How you doing, Mary Tanner? Mega dub. You ain't here, but I'm shouting you out. Who else we got up in the building? Miss Keisha, Colessive, Liberty and Justice. Kim Miller, checked out for real. Be honest. That's right. I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dustin Michael, Sebastian, Adam, Liberty, King Fire. That's right. Who else we got in the building? 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. That's right. Got to show you some love. Get your coffee, you guys. Who else we got up in here? I can't forget about VG, can't forget about Angels, Casey Ramos, can't forget about Winter Rising, Sam Champion, Jordan, Justin, Jeffrey Spilker, also Mark Dorfman, everybody under the sound of my voice. Want to make sure you guys getting these prayers royal. McGoldie, Colessive, Susan, and all of you guys who I may have missed, but want to make sure that you guys are getting that love over here. And yes, Mary Tanner, Jordan Dowdy, Colessive, all of you guys got to stay prayed up. Amen. That's right, you guys. And I hope between all of the segments that you saw today, that you got something out of it besides the information that we was trying to give you. Hopefully you learned something new. You learned something that you may be able to teach us as well. Because when you learn, you can just turn right back around and teach the people as well. Because there's something that's probably in there that we can learn from as well. We learned about the popsicles, we learned about McDonald's, but there's so much more. And that's why we do this show right here. It's our bottom line, you guys. It's an hour plus. We get to the bottom line and we don't play around, and that's what we do. So you know what I'm about to say right now? Because we're gonna come right back tomorrow at 6 o'clock, same station, same hypeness, and the same information. That's right, our bottom line. I'm about to go grab some more trending topics, current events, and much, much more. See you guys in the Discord where this continues, right in the Discord. So go ahead and join Discord. Keep up with the comments and keep on with the family, you guys, because we are a family over here and we built something phenomenal. That's right. That's right, you guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, nice and bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning. And y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me today, hump day, I appreciate you. So I pray for you and hopefully you guys pray for me and my family as well. See you guys tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right here, our bottom line. Got 'em! Peace.